Hello, hello, hello. This is not going to be like last night when I talked for about 45 minutes and wasn't even up on the screen. Nope, nope, nope. That is not happening today. But what is happening is we are going to get into part two of this nonsense that we were into last night, and that is the interview of um, Sylvia and Sonya, whatever it was. I think by the time the live ended, we figured out what it was given. And it's given Sonya is, for whatever reason, trying to plead her case to the internet. But anyway, let me see who's here and how everyone is doing. First on the moonwalk, we had Jackson Tabasco. Mimi, coffee is brewing. Shay B, Lord, Justin's mom. I was about to say Legacy Moon. Okay. Mai Tai, Patty, Mrs. CLC, Miss HLS, Nesto Shackle Shuffle, Walk of Shame. We have Mons. We have, I think I said coffee is brewing, salty buzzard, black but not bitter, pretty frugal diva, muffin 218, Miss I see you too, Tanya B, Dimples Wimples, boo, Juju D, Southside Chi-Town, Soul Power LK, Cross Country Cruise, her, Trina 2, Andrea, Son- Sonia's Boots, My Retta, Rainbow, D Shell, and Mixtress Monica. I'm sorry, and baptized that ass. I think I call Black but not bitter, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I get confused because we see people um, in the other chats, and I forget who I said hi to and who I didn't. Hey, Natasha Razor Glam. In case no one's paying attention, I have this comment highlighted up here where Jackson Tabasco is throwing tomatoes at Dimples Wimples, and rightfully so. Hey, Stacy, that first twin. No, Muffin 218, I'm not a sore loser. No, but I was sick that day and I could not play. So if it weren't for that, I'd be the winner. But anyhow, let's get back into the nonsense of Sonya Waller Derm Jackson the third, because tomorrow not only does Sylvia have court with Dana J, but Sonya has, it sounds to me like arbitration with Miss Janice. She's suing her, and Sonya found it necessary to plead her case to the internet. So let's get into. Oh, let me share my screen. That's how we get into it. Okay. Now we stopped at 52, 52 something, but I went back to. Did I go back to? Oh, wait a minute. Did I go back to 50 or 5200? Okay, yes. Yeah, so I went back to. So I thought I did. We are going to start at like 5208, so we can have a little bit of context as to what's going on in the interview. And I am going to, like I did last night, I sped it up. So, everybody was cool with it. So I'm going to put it on a higher speed as well. And we're going to get out of here because I'm going to have y'all out by time. What, Super Bowl starts at 6:30. I'm going to have y'all out of here. Hey, Peekaboo.
To gossip, not spread real information. They only say
She's talking about us content creators. We gossip, and we spread mean and hateful information because we are bitter black bitches. Hey, my tie.
everything, and they've never put two and two together. These people get on there and say nothing positive or anything neutral. Everything they say is negative. Ooh, what was she wearing? Ooh, her hair. Ooh, this. Ooh, he did it. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Everything they say is negative, and they run with it. So everything about me is negative. I'm lying just because I never told. I didn't admit to having with him, which is really none of nobody's business. Um, And then from there on, oh, everything's a lie. Except for when I talk about you, that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But everything else I say in the world is all.
Did y'all hear that? She says, you know, the only truth that she speaks is when she's talking about Sylvia. Is that what she said? Um, because if that's the case, that means when she said that Sylvia had gave her pictures, oh gosh, pictures of witnesses and all this information, and when she said that Sylvia, let's see, um, signed a power of attorney, okay. I wanted to put that out there for y'all. But anyway, yeah, she speaks positivity on Sylvia's name.
A lie. You can't believe that. And there's proof to everything, but they're not going to show you proof because
Sonia, you know what I saw? I saw 277 pages worth of documents, and in them, it did not seem like your boyfriend was innocent. And by the way, there was a nice big fat picture of your boyfriend and his lawyer, April Holloway, also known as Erica Kane, his co defendant, sitting side by side. We saw it. Hey, Petty Patty and PW.
it kills the narrative. And the narrative is for me to be a big liar because that's juicy, and for him to be guilty because it would be boring if I told the truth and this is this. And look, he may not be guilty of this at all. That's boring. So to keep those checks coming, they're gonna keep spreading and saying all kind of.
Okay, I had it backwards. Petty Patty said she's saying that we only believe what she says about Sylvia. Thank you for clearing that up in my mind. Yeah, I really believe what she says about Sylvia. And like I said last night, you know what? It's not the fact that if she had, because she feels like it's none of our business that she slept with Shirley Strawberry's husband, but she could have said, I'd rather not say, or I'm not going to answer that, or next question. Those are the things she could have said. Instead, she fed into it and said, no, I didn't. And we know good and darn well we heard what we heard. We would have preferred you do that than for you to lie, which is what you did. Like I said, documented liar. Hey, only me 23, Southside Chi Town, and Eve has many faces.
Crazy shit out their mouth.
Okay, so a lady 747 said, "Who sounds negative now? Sonia has stated many times she does not like black people. Some black people I don't like either. That's the fact, y'all.
I don't.
This Christian lady, someone who has held herself out to be a minister, so that means she's supposed to like everybody, but she don't like some black people.
Like most black people. Sorry, I don't.
The truth on that too.
I mean, you show me, you show me where y'all positive out here. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong.
I agree with that. I don't
Prove
like
me wrong. I'm in court because of a black person, and who I deal with, all my woes have been with black people. So I haven't had an issue with a white person to this day. Not one white person's ever gave me grief, disrespect. When I go to the stores out here, black people give me attitude. Black people give me. It's never a white person. It's always a black person that I have an issue with, and I'm coming with a smile and hey, hi, and it's that. Like, what is that? You don't even know me.
But my thing is, they throwing us off on our conversation. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Respectively, if any of this embarrassment for your daughter, I know mine would probably be angry with me referring to in which way you are. Huh?
That's not my real mother.
I believe she was talking about you as a mother. Only Me has gifted one Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries membership, and the recipient of that membership is Peekaboo. Welcome to the Investigators, Peekaboo. I hope you enjoy your membership and consider extending it once your gifted period is over. Drop your emojis in the chat. Everybody, welcome Peekaboo to the Investigators. Thank you so much. Only Me 23. And by the way, y'all, I didn't do any members only lives last week because I was feeling under the weather. But I will get back to business next week. Here we go.
I'm confused. Okay.
She's saying embarrassing to her daughter.
Yeah, they being deleted left and right. Yes, they are.
Oh, are they that bad tonight? What?
They,
Negativity. Exactly. That's what they do. They got to start listening to old music where you can find some love and some positivity. Because all this new music is hate and it's getting in their heads.
Wait, Shay B, is the chat still slow? I just want to make sure. I don't know if she's back. I don't know if the chat is still running slow. I don't know if you did that because I think we're good today.
And then they watch all of these bloggers with their hate. And so they become hateful and you got a problem with them. And it's like, ooh, why don't you like black people? I don't know. Name me 5 positive things. You're not rambling.
Sonia, Cupcake has a question for you.
Is it nice?
It's a nice question.
I'm sorry, y'all. By the way, this is not the cupcake that was in Native's chat today. This is the cupcake that was in our chat last night, and the reason why we was so behind in this interview. So that's who's asking this question there in Sylvia's chat.
But it's funny. Cupcake.
Wait, I'm sorry. Retro and my fro. Did I say hi? I can't remember if I did. So I just want to say hi.
It says, do you think you and Nesta will live happily ever after?
Me and Nesta will always be friends.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
The text.
That's all I can say. And for them to make more of it is because before he got arrested, we were just friends. And that's where we were when he got arrested. We were just friends. So you can't let a tragic situation throw you in a relationship because it's not authentic. It's not, so that's why I leave it at we're just friends because we're just friends. That's it.
GA, like comment. We're not talking anything about the case at all. So that question is not going to be answered. Sorry. Some black people don't like each other. You tell the truth.
I mean,
to answer.
How negative are they? That's what I deal with, and that's where I get all the hate and all the issues come from.
Hold on, Chris. So she's not here to answer any question having to do with anything having to do with Nesta. We're sitting here talking about the situation with her legal case. So
the baby is a foster child. That's what she is. She's not related at all. She's a foster child.
Foster children are given to you by DIFUS, CPS, DCY, whatever it's called in your state. This is a baby that a stripper had that is being shuffled back and forth between you and your daughter. Something that somebody really should put a stop to. Hey, the Duchess and somebody else who came in here, Ray Della Lewis, how y'all doing?
Her mother didn't.
And that girl.
Do you date other races? She wants to know.
My last 3 boyfriends were white.
Oh, she dated all other races.
My last 3 boyfriends were white.
Whatever.
Well, not the last one was black. The little young one I had was black. But the 3 boyfriends before him were white.
She said, "I'm asking people who want to know respectively." No, you are being respectful. It's just that we're not answering anything having to do with Nesto's case at all.
Hey, Pen Pal 50 and us seniors need love too. How are you guys doing?
No, we're not. I was asking your daughter, embarrassed Sonia, in regards to how the world views her.
No, not at all. Why would she be embarrassed? There's no truth to it.
No one has answered my question about Nesto throwing. We're not talking about Nesto. We're not talking about Nesto. Could we please stick away from the Nesto questions?
Hey, Beverly Nelson.
William wannabes and not enough Oprahs.
Huh? So why did you break up with the last 3 boyfriends with the white?
Salt and pepper tresses. Hey, Beverly Nelson.
Boyfriends. There's various reasons. I mean, we're still friends. We still talk. I still talk to them every day.
Guys, can we?
Black but not bitter said, did they know they were your boyfriends? And more importantly, okay, in a lifetime, because I've lived a woman of a particular age now. So that means, I could say, it is possible that I might say, oh, there is a boyfriend that, I used to date. And we still talk to this day. Can I say that for real in my real life? No. But it is possible that I can say that. But you mean to tell me Sonya has a good relationship with everyone she's ever dated, except for her 2 baby daddies and the guy that powed her?
We stop with the Nesto questions. We're not doing the Nesto questions, y'all. Those are open case. I'm not doing Nesto questions at all, y'all.
You don't talk about the court. the court case.
Come on now. We're talking
We
stuff.
already explained the subpoena. The subpoena's over with. It was just to get information. That's all it was that I might have. Other than that, I didn't have anything. So
Mm-hmm.
The Nesto case is in the court system. You guys follow the case when the case come up. Other than that, we're not doing
it's kind of hard too, only because the bloggers they talk about the case aren't being honest. That's the thing too. So you just gotta watch when they go to court and when they play the court hearing, just watch it for yourself and just watch it without listening to the blogger and give your own understanding of what you saw and what you heard. Don't let the
Sonya, real talk bougie, she honestly reads those court documents. Me, on some occasions, have honestly read those court documents. Pam Esquire has read those documents. Dennis Byron has honestly read those documents. So we are honestly reading the documents. We say what is in black and white. Hey, Tex Toy, how are you?
blogger dictate what's going on.
Jet Black has a question, a personal question. Do you feel guilty knowingly sleeping with a married man? She did not know he was a married man. Remember, she said that. So she didn't know.
Okay, so why do they keep writing that like that? Like, get over that.
They're not listening. They're not listening. All right, Sonia, you talk about people on YouTube channel. You also tried to get one and had a GoFundMe.
You talking about 2 years ago? Because that was so funny. It was 2 years ago, and he asked me to start that, and somebody else, some listeners said to do it because they wanted to donate, and they wanted to donate to that, but then they took it down. So it was some donations on there, and it wasn't my idea. So
can I ask y'all a question? Those that are asking all these questions about Sonia, what is it that fascinates you so much that you guys are all digging into her life? What is it a fascination about her? She's not the first one in life has ever slept with a married man. I guarantee you, there's some of these people in here have slept with a married man or a married.
I found that insulting. How dare you say that the people sitting in your chat, some of who are a part of our family over here, how dare you say that about them? I know I never have, but she has. And probably from what I hear on more than one occasion. Because that one attorney that she worked for, he was married too. And I heard she was sleeping with him too. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I did. Hey, this is True and Rossi.
Married woman before.
So,
hey, them
I know,
folks.
I'm just saying. So why is it that she is the one that you guys are focusing on?
and he told me him and his business partner had a wedding. He didn't tell me he was married.
Okay, Krista said, if all the questions are about Nessa, then
let's sit this here for just a moment. He said him and his business partner had a wedding. What? Can somebody, is there anybody who can interpret that? I didn't understand what she meant when she said that. Hey, Say how you doing? Hey, Southern Beach Charm. Ray Della Lewis, did I speak to you? But anyway, I didn't understand what she meant. She said that he said him and his business partner had a wedding. What could that mean? I don't know what that means. Patty said they had a wedding, but he didn't say they were married. Rossi said it didn't make sense. That's right, because Rossi was over there. I was trying to like run it through my head and make it make sense, and I couldn't figure that out. Dem folks says that makes not one piece of sense. Okay. Slow-mo, you want her saying this in slow-mo? She actually said, he said that the business partner and him had a wedding. We can go back.
Obviously, that's what people care about. I'm going on what I'm seeing.
Okay.
Get over that.
They're not listening. They're not listening. All right, Sonia, you talk about people on YouTube channel. You also tried to get one and had a GoFundMe.
You talking about 2 years ago? Because that was so funny. It was 2 years ago, and he asked me to start that, and somebody else, some listeners said to do it because they wanted to donate, and they wanted to donate to that, but then they took it down. So it was some donations on there, and it wasn't my idea. So
Can I ask y'all a question? Those that are asking all these questions about Sonia, What is it that fascinates you so much that you guys are all digging into her life? What is it of fascination about her? She's not the first one in life has ever slept with a married man. And I guarantee you there's some of these people
Not
in here have
me.
slept with a married man or a married woman before.
Who saw it?
So I'm just saying. So why is it that she is the one that you guys are focusing on?
And he told me he he him and his business partner had a wedding. He didn't tell me he was married.
Okay, we have now heard that in slow motion. What does that mean? Me and my business partner had a wedding. Wouldn't that imply that I married my business partner? I mean, I don't know. If I said that to you, wouldn't you think that I was married? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Queen Brielle. I appreciate it so much. I really do. Um, Sonia's boot said, "Girl, you will have a 2 day headache trying to figure it out." And I saw what did Miss HLS said that was not 2 years ago that she had that channel. Um, I didn't think so either. And let me see. My Reddit is crying. Jackson Tabasco said they ignorant. Muffin 218 said, you know, daggone well she asked him what that meant. She's trying to set Shirley up. I don't know. But hey, Miss Boogie Down. Miss Boogie Down said it doesn't matter whose idea it was, it still flopped. Oh, the GoFundMe. And Southside Chi-Town said, when you have a wedding, you get married. Apparently, that means something different to her because that's what it means to me. Oh, we going back to our regular speed now.
Okay, Krista said if all the questions are about Nessa, then obviously that's what people care about. I'm going on what I've seen here. Well, I'm gonna not answer these questions if they continue to be about Nessa, because this is the title has to do with legal shocker with Sonia, not Nesto. That's what the title said. To be fair, the bloggers are reacting to the words that came out of Sonia's mouth. Okay.
Are they reacting or are they twisting?
Are we reacting or are we twisting? Now, Sylvia says this live lasted almost 4 hours. Sylvia says that this live is about Sonia's legal woes. Y'all have already covered it. There's nothing else that you can say about that. So get off the line if that's the case, because there is nothing about that. All questions were asked and answered. So there's nothing to say, nothing more to say about it. And she also let us know that there was supposed to be a gag order on the case. But since it's a order on there, you decide that you are going to come to the internet again. You know, this internet that she says is in her business. She comes to the internet to discuss how she's being sued by poor Miss Janice. Salty Buzzard said, I believe she laid down on the first night. No way in hell did a trick wait till the second. No, she did. She did because I think she ate food or something. Um, Salt and Pepper Trusted says that was probably part of his scamming script. No, his scamming script was actually telling people that he was married to Shirley Strawberry. That's why I don't believe he did not tell her. And Miss HLS said they are reacting and you are lying, Sonia. You are so right, Miss HLS. Hey, Phoebe, how are you? Phoebe says she is worried about people not being nice to her, but she threw shade at Shirley every chance she got to Nesto. What a clown.
The capture, if y'all read, does not mention Nesto. No, it does not. My
Hey, Jet Black Straight.
capture doesn't say nothing about Nesto.
They don't say Nesto and they don't say ponytail.
All the people we talk about job. You guys are so like wonderful. This should have been members only live. No, Jay, no, it shouldn't have been the members.
No, Jay. You know why it shouldn't have been members only? Because with members only, she can't get the traffic. And that's what she wants and needs is the traffic. Because have y'all seen them views? I'm just saying, I ain't trying to talk about nobody's views, but have you seen them? Tell me, have you seen them? I'll be off in a minute said, yeah, she waited till the second night because they ate food and she had to go to the bathroom.
Members only, because folks are eager to drag black women. Ooh, child, Renette, Lord have mercy. And then they're gonna talk about we're here for the black women. We're here to protect.
No, they're not.
Women. They're not here to protect black women. Come on now.
So all this hate I get, and you know what they say? They say they hate me because I slept with a married man.
Hello? Hey, hon. Talk to the people, Sonia. My brother's on the phone.
What? Okay. Even the questions that are not about him are being deleted. Oh, that's because they're mean questions. That's when they delete them. They delete the mean things. So you got to be respectful and not talk about Nesta, which is hard. You're right, Sylvia. With what you said, Sonya not being the first black woman. You deleted that. I couldn't see it. Anyway, must have been mean at the end. Yeah, they don't the caption reads, not to mention what I saw. I don't know what else to say. If you wouldn't say it in church, don't say it here. I got a dirty mouth. I'm asking if you, Sonya, saw the video with Nesto and Erica wearing a mask pretending to be an attorney in court. No, I didn't see that video. That's fine. That's not about court. That's just asking. But no, I did not see that video at all. So that you didn't react to the video.
Say said, no one ever said they hated this woman. Delusions. Yeah, you're right about that. I never said I hated her. We're gonna get when the alopecia comes up, we're gonna get into that.
Sylvia, you did a reaction video, and that's what was the other bloggers doing. So why is that so wrong?
So when was the last time I did a reaction video?
I think after Tasha K.
Get up.
Okay, but you did one, and you was doing one. Remember when you decided that you didn't want to talk to the other people and deal with phone calls from prisons, and you put in your own FOIA and got calls and started playing them on your channel? The only reason why you stopped because the quality was number one, so bad, and number two, you didn't want to take the time to edit and do the things that you need to do when you play phone calls. That's why you stopped, girl. Bye.
Hey, get out the past, okay? That was years ago. That was about almost 2 years ago. Get out the past.
That was 2 years. That was November 23. We're into 25.
Don't make me count.
That's not getting past.
Yeah.
Come to affirmations and prayer. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, and I finally saw that video because
that was you, Rossi.
But because people kept saying stuff, but then you can't listen to. It's hard. People love to go straight to the comments, but they feel like the comments be like the juicy juice. But a lot of comments just be negative. And just to keep the energy going from what that blogger is talking about. That's why it's important. And I always tell you, never read the comments when people do videos about you. Never, ever read the comments.
Hey, Mom. They said Mom is enjoying us. Somebody's mom is watching us and she's enjoying us. Hey, Mom in Chicago.
Rossi, did you have Mom watching this lady? You didn't do that to Mom, did you, Rossi? Say it isn't so.
Oops.
Look, stop
cussing. You lied to us.
Sonia, stop cussing because Mom is watching you, okay? Stop cussing.
Stop repeating the same comments. We're gonna keep getting deleted.
Keep it clean now, Sonia.
Those videos show a lot about her character that she thought the world would never see. Who is she talking about?
I don't know.
She's talking about Erica?
Probably you.
Ain't nobody talking about Erica.
I like the response.
The thing with that is when I'm talking to Nesto, I'm talking to Nesto. I'm not talking to YouTube. But because YouTube plays the video, y'all keep acting like it's a conversation between me, him, and y'all. So you always want to make a comment about, oh, how she's talking or how she's this. But it's a private conversation. The only person supposed to be on that call is me, him, and the DA. Not me.
Rossi said, not my mom. Sonia, we are not trying to pretend like we talking to you and Nesta. We got better things to do. Now, are we listening to y'all? Yes, we are. But we aren't pretending like we are in a conversation with you. We ain't got nothing to say to you, girl, or him. Bye. Look, people here got children and grandbabies. Uh, we got animals. We don't want to talk to you or him.
Me, him, and you two and the DA. We understand the DAs on our conversations, but they don't care about anything about the case or something they could charge him for. So it doesn't matter what we talk about as long as it's a legal conversation. Y'all are.
See, she said the DA is on there, just in case there's something they could charge him for. Well, Sonya, guess what? They are on there listening, and woo, woo, woo dropped something in your hand at the last court appearance that you was at. Okay. So yes, he's listening, and he might want to charge you with something.
All on the phone call with us, trying to pick it apart and find something wrong with it or find something wrong with me because y'all are such positive Black people. And it's a private conversation between me and him, and the only person that's supposed to be on it is the DA. That's it. That's understood. So when y'all listen to those conversations, just listen to it because you're nosy and leave it at that. You're not even supposed to be in the conversation. It's not about you. It's not for you. It's me talking to somebody in jail, trying to get their mind off of being in jail. So I'm talking about any and everything to just keep his mind going so he's not depressed, so he's not.
Sonya, we are the general public. We have every right to know what that incarcerated man is saying to you and what kind of plotting you might be doing with him and his Bible friend. Okay. Tex Toy, did you say he was the devil? Who was the devil? You said somebody. I think that was you, Tex Toy, but it doesn't matter whether you said it was him or her or Sylvia. It all applies. Beverly Nelson said Silverback is phony. Yeah, she is. CJ said if she never reads the comments, then how can she fix her mouth to say we hate her? To talk about what we say means you're reading the comments. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame said at CJ, I'll be transparent. My dislike is so deep for these women deviants, that only a strand of Sonia's hair separates the dislike from the hate. That girl said, Sonya, we laughed at you and Nesto like a comedy show. I mean, this is like comedy. It's reality. We've got comedy. We've got love after lockup. No, love during lockup. We've got all kinds of things going on listening to these calls. And Miss HLS said there is no privacy in jail. None whatsoever. Muffin 218 says she just said we're so positive. Sonya talks so much that I do believe she doesn't realize what she's saying. Beverly Nelson said last year around this time, Silverback was in jail. Be careful, Silverback, fooling with this liar. I guess you didn't learn. Hey, Peppermint Patty. Peppermint Patty says, Sonya, what big eyeglasses you have.
Side. And sometimes I talk about stupid shit. Sorry. And sometimes I
Mom
don't talk
is
about
looking
stupid
at you.
stuff. It's just
Mom,
what it is. She grown. Anyway.
ma'am, Mom is looking at you, so you need to stop that bad.
I talk about any and everything to keep him going. And that's the gist of it. And for y'all to sit there and try to pick it apart and analyze it and make it and ooh, she's this and this and that and that. And these people are 35 and older that's doing this. That's sad. That is sad Black grown people behavior that y'all do stuff like that. But apparently nothing's on TV. Y'all don't have no life outside of picking up the phone or picking up the and watching and seeing what Nesto and Sonya talked about today. Oh, what did Sonya and Nesto? What did they talk about at the visit? Oh, what did she text him? That is so retarded that people every day.
Don't say that word. That's not politically correct.
That is so less than intelligent that people wake up and look for the next phone call or the next visit just to be like, and then to talk ish on it.
My tie, she's big mad. But can you believe she used the word retarded? But when Sylvia, pointed her finger at her and said, don't say that word. Can y'all believe that Sonya actually knew what word to use? Like she actually had a filler she could use. I'm shocked because she don't know nothing. Hey, Bible lady, how you doing? Phoebe says, Heffa, I'm 46 years old and you say stupid-ish on purpose.
That's crazy. But that's the new behavior of what these grown people are doing today. And I find it so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird.
Weird.
And that's just, I like your attitude. It's refreshing. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Clifton.
No, Tina.
Because they'll bully you. They love to bully and talk ish.
Tina, listen, Tina, you're about to get blocked because one more.
And this old lady, how old you? Down there, 16, all day long, boo. Still getting carded.
You're about to get blocked, Tina.
Okay, we'll stop here for a minute. Hey, the celebrity juicer. The celebrity juicer said, Mrs. Magoo, did y'all hear her? Did y'all say she's almost 60 and still getting carded? Did you hear it? Now, I don't believe that, but that's what she say. Soul Power says, Sonya can miss me with being on her high horse. She has no grounds to be the moral police. Girl, shut up. Salt and Pepper Tresses said, yet she's 50 plus wearing booty shorts to court. Right, 50 plus and don't know no better. This is true, said, I work and listen. It's called multitasking. That's something Sonya would not know about. Bible Lady said, what's unintelligent is being involved with an untamed silverback and having another woman's locked up husband as your boyfriend. Okay? Hey, just me says, not more weird than 56 years old woman running up to a jailhouse to see her married boyfriend and call him 3 and 4 times a day. Now, I Revives is in the house. And she says, I keep mentioning this. Is anyone else upset that her granddaughter was in the room during this conversation? Oh, that's right. She sure was. But more importantly, hey, Linda Gibbs, I would like to read to you all something that I Revives said last night, because I Revived was over there for this mess. And she was, and I have to give it to everybody, for as much as we roast and gag or whatever, everybody from that's a part of our community here was very respectful over there in Sylvia's chat, and I will give y'all that. But I Revives wrote in Sylvia's chat last night, this live that we are watching right here. She says, I've gotta lay my church clothes out. We're studying the book of Hercules tomorrow. And I thought I thought I would die when she wrote that in there. Well, here's where it gets even funnier. Sylvia read it and said, oh, Hercules, 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 Hercules. She didn't get the reference. So someone else typed in the chat, Ernesto said Hercules was in the Bible. Sonya says, oh, is he? I don't know those characters in the book because I'm not a Christian. That's what had happened yesterday over there at the infamous Sylvia chat.
You're harassing her for real.
It's weird, right? If you're on here and you don't like me, get off. I never go to places where I don't watch none of those bloggers because I don't like any of them, because all they do is talk negative. So I never go on their channels and look at anything that they do because I don't like them. Why would you go to a channel that you don't like the person, but you want to be all in the business and be all? That's weird behavior. Who does that? Why would you do that? Go turn to a channel in which you like everybody involved and watch that. That's, you got something wrong with your life where you need to just spew hate.
I kind of like GA because GA is very respectful. GA just has, without talking about the case, with the recent information that Hoover brought out, are you still comfortable having a romantic relationship? Oh,
Where do you see my relationship being romantic?
I love you.
I was rooting for you. You just went and threw me off with that question.
I love you.
My relationship with
you.
Nesta was not romantic. I love him. I miss him. I say that all the time. I say the things that you would say mostly to a child. I love you. I miss you. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I keep his spirits up, and I make sure that he knows I'm going to see him through this. So whatever encouragement and positive conversation he needs to hear, I will give it to him so that he has hope.
Krista says, it's not that serious,
If
Sonia.
you
We have
look
homes,
into
money in the
your
bank,
heart
families. It's not
with a
different than watching
positive
TV.
She might not be
It's
on there
really
like some of
different.
these
Hold
other people.
on. It's a different because you guys are tearing down individuals' character. Y'all, I mean, if
Not
somebody was very
everybody,
suicidal,
some of the people, half of the
hold on,
people
not
do it.
everybody. So not everybody. So, suppose somebody was very suicidal. Some of the stuff that's being said on there is mean. It's nasty. It's not building anybody. It's tearing a person down, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Sylvia, that's on everybody. If you go on Instagram and look at any
No,
Black
I'm
story
saying.
and you go to the bottom, it's all negative comments. Black people do not, and I say it because I deal with Black people, and I look at the white channels and I look at what the white people are saying. Nothing like what the Black people are saying. The Black people are so negative, so like, and that's not just.
So I take it you've never visited a Wade Wilson channel because them people are not nice, okay, Sonia? And probably if you go over the phone calls from prison right now, you will see what happens when she drops a Wade Wilson call and what all those people say. And you thought it was a bunch of people watching y'all's story? Sonia, you should see how many people be in that chat when a Wade Wilson call drops. You should see how many people are playing. The amount of people that are playing you and Nesto's calls and talking about y'all's story don't compare to the amount of people that is doing Wade Wilson and some of these other people, these white people, and they are white bloggers and white criminals. Okay.
Just this story. That's go and look at anything. It's all negativity. It's just the community. It's what it is. They're very negative. They're very judgmental. They love name calling, and they're happy once they see a downfall of anybody. They're only going to speak negativity. You have a handful of them that's going to be positive, because I get a lot of people that are positive, and I'm praying for you, Sonya. Tell Nesto hi, and we love you guys. I get a lot of that. But those people on those other channels delete that stuff because they don't want that to be the narrative. They want anything negative to stay on their channel, and anything positive they delete it, because that's not the energy they want. They want negativity.
She said, don't watch it, but y'all coming into my, not you, Crystal, I'm not talking about you, but they're coming into my thing right now and saying some nasty stuff. So they came in here calling her liars.
Because she is.
They came in here. We're not watching out there. They're coming in here.
And by the way, y'all, I was highly disappointed when I looked this morning at Sylvia's live and mine, and she had more views than me. I was very upset by that.
Well, that's because, remember, that's what the bloggers say every time they talk about me. They always try to make sure they say liar, liar, liar. They've been saying it for almost 2 years. So it's embedded in a lot of people's head. So they run it with what they've been trained to think. And it's all from the bloggers.
Because
if you just listen to the call and not listen to the bloggers, you'll be like, oh, okay.
You said you ain't popping if you no hate. If you don't have any hater, you ain't popping.
I'm popping. Right. If ain't nobody hating, it's exhausting, but I don't watch the stuff. So I don't, unless Sylvia call me with some darkened news.
I try not to bring the dark news.
I'd be like, please stop watching that stuff. Okay. Because I don't think about it and I don't watch it.
Sonia, why are they doing this to me? Why are they talking about me?
Yeah, right. Because it brings the views, because it's a lot of Black folks that love to watch people talk ish on other people. They live for it.
Oh yeah.
So it's a sport. It's the Black sport right now, is what they do. And it is Black people, because I go on the white channel.
Hold on. Salty said this is the only channel I've seen who deletes comments and questions. Yes, it is.
Salty Buzzard said
She
that.
deletes negativity. That's all. The other channels promote negativity.
Does that. Welcome, but Salty Buzzard.
Right. You got to stay neutral, and you got to stay positive.
I'm going to continue to do it. I am going to continue to. If I don't like something if it doesn't feel good, I'm going to have it deleted, because I have to control my environment. If it's negativity, it's not feeling good to me, and I want to.
Nesto, you knew Nesto was married to a woman, and you being a Christian woman, you have pray, await, trust hanging up there, which, by the way, you got straight, because Native's nerves were so very irked on Friday night, and you must have heard our After Dark because you straightened it up. You have praised the Lord behind you, and you have a prayer board behind you, and you don't want negativity in, but yet you let this, what do they call them in the Bible? What? Jezebel. It's some more names from the Bible I could think of that they call them. well, no, I won't say prostitute, but you had this woman on your platform knowing that man had a wife, and that didn't bother your spirit, but negative comments in the chat does. Okay, all right. So, Savannah Clover says she got a lot of nerve talking about black people. They both need to look at themselves in the mirror. You haven't heard Savannah Clover? She's white. She said it. Trina too said the truth is negative. Oh, okay. Hey, Popeyes Tribe Urban Media, how are you? Janet Toy says, I can't stand IS voice at all. Thank you, Dimples Wimples. Dimples Wimples said harlot. Just me, thank you. Harlot. Thank you so much. Salty Buzzer said again, she missed the point. No one is deleting positive comments. She never catches a clue, a point. She can't read the room. And that's all of them. Hey, Chanel Haslop, how are you doing? Thank you for Harlot. Mai Tai, thank you for Harlot. Bible Lady said, IS don't want negativity around her, yet she wears that hairstyle. Miss Boogie Down says, bitch, you have the negativity. That's why Sonia's on the live. And she is so desperate for attention, she keeps coming. Okay? Because we're going to, and she knows we're going to tear her up. But yet she sits there.
I feel good. Okay?
That's church lady.
That's right. I gotta feel good. Okay, I gotta take care of me.
If
And
you are about the church, you're supposed to be about love.
yes, if you come in here, you want to start doing nasty stuff. Yes, I'm gonna continue to delete it. I'm not like every other.
Y'all, I heard Jesus is love, and even the Commodores made a song about it, but I didn't know that like it was like mandatory. I mean, I know you should if you're a Christian, but how is Sonya telling Christians what they're supposed to do? And she's a whole atheist out here in these streets. Kingdom of Kush said floozy. The Duchess says, Sonya, I know you're in the bushes, so let me say this. My white side, black side, Hungarian side, and Irish side has nothing positive to say about you. Thank you very much, the Duchess. I'm glad you let her know that. My touch adulterer. Phoebe said, these two devils here. And Tex Toy said, why does Sonya feel like she can always explain Christianity and a whole atheist out here in these streets? Salt and Pepper Trusses says Sonya definitely watches V Wisdom's Daughter and Real Talk Bougie. Yeah, she does. She still does. Would you say, Bible Lady, slower?
The channel. I'm Sylvia.
Do I think Cupcake says, did you read Cupcake? Would Nesto ride or die for me? Spells up in the clinker.
It's fair to play victim in situation you create.
Who's a victim?
I don't know what they talking about. No victim.
Who's a victim?
It ain't no victim. I'm just deleting stuff I don't like. That's it. I'm not
What,
playing.
now, what person said that? I don't see it.
It's right there. See, I don't know. They're probably on the other channel. I don't like it. I'm deleting. That's it. Period.
Oh, I see it. Is it fair to play victim in a situation that you created? Oh, a situation that I created. How did I create it? If you go back to that video, I think I sent it to you, the visit that we had. Me and Nestor had a visit, and this is before my name got on YouTube and my face got on YouTube. He kept asking me, did I want to come all the way out? And because I was talking about they don't know my last name, they just know Sonya. They don't know what I look like. They just know the girl name is Sonya because they thought it was Erica. For so long, when the prosecutor said he had a girlfriend in Florida, which was a lie, they thought it was Erica, right? And they never talked bad about Erica, not one time. They never said anything negative about Erica. And they thought Erica for 4 months was the girlfriend until they came out in July and said, okay, her name is Sonya. Her name is Sonya. I took every social media I had down.
Text Toy, I don't think she can delete her hair.
So it's not a situation that I brought out here, period. I got drugged out here because that girl put my family business, my whole record, everything on YouTube in November of 2023.
Hold on,
she put me out there.
I'm sorry, let me guys. Stay Strong says, Sylvia, you asked why are we interested in Sonya? I asked that.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I must have not thought of my question. But no one can answer without being deleted. It's a shame because I like your channel. But listen, Stay Strong. Did you say a negative question? Did you ask a negative question?
Let the questions stay up there. We just won't read them. Let the questions just stay up there. Unless it's real nasty. Because some of them are just a slight.
Listen, okay, Maz, this would be a little cooler. Okay?
If it don't say liar and name calling on it, let them ask.
If there's no name calling, don't delete. If there's not nastiness, now if anybody say anything about me, delete. I don't care what they say. Because I don't want nobody talking bad about me, period. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that sensitive about. I don't really care. Name calling, no, because one, y'all keep calling me a liar, and I keep saying what I lie about, and they try to go all the way back to 2.5 years ago. You said you didn't sleep with him. Well, it's none of your business if I slept with the dude or not. And then they go to he was married. Not when I did what I did. He wasn't married. He was married when I found out, and during that time he wasn't married. So y'all can keep harping on that, but he wasn't married.
Darcy,
in my mind.
I know.
Y'all hear that? The play with words that she does. He wasn't married in my mind. In her mind, he wasn't married. Well, I would think, that man of God, because Nesto's a man of God. In his mind, he knew he was married, and that's adultery. And they don't like that in the Bible. Okay? So it doesn't matter what it was in either of your minds. It was wrong according to the Bible. Bible, that. You could bust open them 11,000 Bibles you have sitting beside you right now and read that. Chanel Heslop said, this person kept asking for a piece, but is not his girlfriend. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, you're not okay. You're not the girlfriend. You wanted some, but you're not the girlfriend. You couldn't wait for him to get out so you could get some, but you're not the girlfriend. All of these things that I would say to a man. Rossi said, I said, who defines negative? Yeah, who does? How does she define that negative? PW says, this chick loves rewriting history. Yeah, rewriting history. And that's exactly what she's doing. Hey, let's talk about it. All said, you were in the comments, Sonya, of people's blogs. So you wanted the smoke. Sonya, now you're crying. And y'all remember Sonya used to troll everybody who was covering this in the beginning. She used to troll and write like tablets in these people's comments. She wasn't positive with her comments. There is a phone call where remember the call where Nesto was wanting her to look up Mississippi Monica on Instagram, and she was too busy on YouTube looking up Steve Harvey, and she wrote a comment there. She literally wrote a comment there about how at the time what the status of their relationship was and all of this stuff in Steve Harvey's comments. So I can say attention whore, fame whore, and any other kind of whore I want to call her.
A case that has a blocker making it messy, and they are white folks. We are in the world
class where I get messy in social media. It is interesting watching for. Yes. If you go over to a white channel, you go to people or anyone of them, when they talk about any white person, go look at the comments, and it's just nothing like going to a black channel and looking at the comments. It's night and day. So it's not just us, Sylvia. It's anything black, they just talk negative. That's just where we at.
Somebody said, can you please tell us what's positive about this situation? What situation?
What's positive about this situation? What's negative about the situation? It's just an accusation.
Hey, Ebony. Hey, Aaliyah TV.
Did he ever try to?
They never talked this bad about YSL.
I don't know them folks.
The whole group, and these are people that they talking about, murder, and they didn't talk bad about none of them. They were supposed to have murdered somebody. You can't come back from that.
You can't come back from murder. Nobody talked about the YSL people because they murdered someone, and nobody's talking about that, and you can't come back from that. Okay, so I guess we're wrong for not talking about Thug and all of them being accused of unaliving somebody, but we are wrong about talking about her incarcerated boyfriend who has taken advantage of women in a sexual way, stolen from people vehicles and money, and he likes looking at little children with no clothes and compromising positions with animals. We, oh, okay. I want to set it out there so people know.
It's odd. Everyone else Nesto dealt with said first at the first thing he did was brag about being Shirley Strawberry's his SN.
I don't know what an SN is.
Oh, why we still talk about Nesto, y'all? Why we still talk about
Nesto
Nesto?
is very interesting. We can talk about Nesto so long as it's not court.
I don't
We
want
can talk about Nesto so long as it's not court, as long as it's not negative.
Well, I don't
Do
want
not sit here and say he did it when y'all don't have any proof. Now, if you can sit here and show proof that he did something, that's fine.
I'm gonna stay quiet because I don't want to talk about Nesto. She want to talk about Nesto. Y'all go.
I mean, it's not too much to talk about because everything is on the phone calls. It's self-explanatory. Sit there and listen to the call like y'all always do because for some reason it's interesting. I don't even listen to the calls. And that's that. It's a phone call with a person in jail. And that's me trying to keep him going and keep him, whatever, because he's in 4 walls with no life. And he's been there almost 3 years.
Y'all hear that? She doesn't listen to the calls. Y'all really believe that? I just want to know. Does anybody really believe that? Soul Power says Sonya wants to be a bald yapping side chick, but no one can say anything about it. I don't think so, honey. Hey, let's talk about it all. Says you acknowledge absolutely nothing this man has done. Hey, Jay Vickers. Jay Vickers says she's got the big flannel shirt on, trying to look thick. Sonya, all you're giving is Beetlejuice with that tiny head and big upper body. Muffin 218 says, is Sylvia going to split the money from the stupid show? No, she's not going to split the money. And Phoebe says, I'm too old for that YSL crap. I like the senior citizen drama.
And the only person that's going to really understand it is a person who's in jail or dealt with somebody in jail. If you've never had a loved one in jail or been in jail, then you don't have any understanding to it at all. What they go through, how hard it is, the mental of it. Somebody that's looking at the rest of his life in jail. And the bad part is, it doesn't even matter if you're innocent because it's a lot of innocent people in jail. So being innocent is not I got nothing to worry about because I didn't do it. Now, if that was the case, then we wouldn't worry about it because I'm innocent. I'm good. But when
Is she stuck? What are you doing? Are you stuck?
Yeah, let me
my granddaughter.
Telephone number 4.
Sonya's not interesting outside of Nesto, just be honest. Exactly, because that's all y'all know me from is just the Nesto story. So everything about me is going to relate right to him. And I get that. But as long as it's in a positive or a neutral conversation, there's no issue with that. It's when you get negative and nasty about it and that's that and the other. That's the problem. Just
D Shell, she certainly does contradict herself within one sentence. She always does. Beverly Nelson said, please hurry up and lock Sonya up. Bible Lady says the live amongst lies be spewed, but Sonya and her pet skunk. And thumbs up the video, please. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame said Sonya and Sylvia are both bitter, miserable, hateful, rotten to the core, wicked pedos with sour pusses. And Sonya's hair doesn't grow because she's evil, not because she has alopecia. And that is from the book Isaiah 3:17 through 24. Starfish and Coffee Hey says, I don't understand why she would do this. It baffles me. Me either. We're supposed to be talking about her case with Miss Janice, but that was wrapped up in about the first 10 minutes. I have no idea why she's on here. She is not interesting. And other than hearing about Nesto, no one cares anything that she has to say. So
just talking about Nesto is not an issue. Yes, it's not an issue. It's when you sit there and condemn him and there's no evidence of that or assume something. That's the problem. When you talk about Nesto, can't too much talk about the court. He said he's not guilty and leave it at that, and until proof of guilt come out, everybody should just wait and see when the facts come, like you're supposed to do in anybody's case. Wait till the facts come out and then ride off the facts. If this is what they say, let's wait and see what happens in court.
Hey, Nola Brown, and y'all black but not bitter wants me to tell Sonya, don't be using her name in vain.
Brittany asked, "Why do you believe him and not the victims?" That's what she said. Why you believe the victims are lying?
Because they could watch, because watch her say, because they are. See,
Because
look,
I know certain things about the case and certain things that that shows, one, there was no way he could have did it, and like I told you, that's going into the case, but it's a lot of stuff that shows he didn't do it. Because if I felt he did it at this point, and I've seen a lot of stuff,
I can't wait to see the evidence that proves that he didn't do it, because based on all the evidence that the prosecution has, I believe he did. So I just can't wait to see what Too Little Suit Hoover brings to us. Cannot wait to see it. Hey, let's talk about it all, sis. What'd she come out here for? Because you know we going to drag you both. We don't have to. We just want to. Aaliyah TV said some of the facts have come out and she's acting blind. She's acting like she doesn't, or she's just too stupid to read what we have read. Starfish and Coffee said, I would prefer to be watching body cam videos, but let the dragging continue. And Starfish and Coffee, we will be doing that tonight. That's why I came on early to finish this up, because I do want to do the body cams that I do every Sunday now.
a lot of stuff. And if he did do it too, why would he send me to go get certain things? If he did it, he would just be like, I ain't do it, and leave it at that. He wouldn't say, Sonya, I need you to go over here and get this. So I need you to go over there and get that. I need you to get this, that, and the other, because that's going to show this, because this, that, and the other. So if he did it, he would have just left it at I didn't do it, Sonya, just to keep me around, instead of having me go get certain things that prove, oh yeah, he didn't do that. Oh, couldn't have did.
Have you noticed he says, I'm not going to jail for something I didn't do? He says that, but he has never come out his mouth and said, but I didn't do it. He's never said that. He just said he's not going to jail for something he didn't do. And that's just sort of like a blanket statement. But he's never specifically said, I didn't do that. I didn't steal those people's money. I didn't take that motorcycle. I didn't steal that car from California. I'm not wanted in Arizona. I'm not wanted in Henry County. He never says that. He even said when they arrested him, I don't know anybody in Roswell.
Did that? No, he didn't do that either. So that's mainly what it is. And they love to say, and then too, in this era, and in most cases, not knocking them specifically, you have to look at, and this is what I do with all cases. Whenever I hear a woman say a man did something, because a lot of times they lie when there's somebody they deal with, I always look at it as she could be lying and she could be telling the truth. I don't be quick to believe anything, because too many of them lie when it comes to dealing with somebody. They lie to the police a lot. So unless I see evidence, I always say, I got to see what they're talking about. I don't know them. So I don't know them to say if they're telling the truth or not. I don't know nothing about these women. I don't know them. He's never.
When Sonya read, and y'all heard, some of you may have heard the unedited version on Patreon, but you also heard, the more clean version on YouTube of her reading his charges and affidavits and stuff. She did not stutter or stumble when she got to the SA or CP stuff. And she further went on to comment saying, that could have been me. These kids these days, everybody's developed. How's anybody supposed to know? That could have been me. We'll just say that was me. That is what she did. That to me was disturbing.
Ever spoke to me about any of them before he went to jail. So I can't say that I know them to be a liar, because I know them, because I don't know them. The only thing I can say is I know from history, a lot of women do exaggerate and tell lies when they fall out with men that they're dealing with.
What history is she looking at? Yes, that happens to women. Sometimes lie. Do they sometimes exaggerate? Yes, that has happened before. But you mean to tell me historically, you can prove that in cases like this, the woman is lying most of the time, more so than the man? This is what you're telling me. I want statistics. I want to see the statistics. Janet Toy, of course, she knows Nesto. She knows his character.
And
That's what she tells us.
I know him. So I can only go by what I know about him. That's all I can go by. And I know at the time that they try to say all of this, this, that, and the other, they accused him of the whole credit thing. When I met him, he didn't ask me anything about my credit. When I met him, he didn't ask me about my job. When I met him, he didn't ask me how much money did I make. Any of that stuff.
Consider yourself lucky.
So if all of this is what they're trying to say, this is what he do, why didn't he do it with me? I had 2 brand new cars. I was living in an expensive apartment in Buckhead when I met him. I was making over $10,000 a month. So if that was the case, why didn't he try me? He didn't never try me. Where you at, boo-boo?
By the door.
Which door? The garage door? Okay, hold on. Let me, Sylvia. Okay, here I come. Let me get the door real quick. I gotta grab her.
Okay, let me, because we have
So I'm
to.
gonna drop her down for a minute.
Yeah, right. Which lady? Because it was 3 that he was married to at the same time.
Oh, wait.
That lady was supposed to file that.
Asking a question.
I don't want y'all got to hear this. Damn it.
Time. I told that lady was supposed.
Asking a question about stuff like that. Why?
She's getting ready to talk about the bigamy. I want y'all to hear this.
How would she know about the bigamy? Did she the one marry him? You guys are funny. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. Funny. What do you think of the bigamy? Is it okay? What? I'm not gonna even answer that stupid question because come on now. Don't even come in. Don't come for me now. Don't come for me with these questions. Don't come for me. I'm telling y'all. You want to get
revives. I was wondering that too when she made that statement about living in Buckhead and having the 2 cars. I was trying to math myself. Psycho Boney said he did not have a chance to try her. He got locked up. Well, no, she got sick, and then who knows what transpired in between, and then he got locked up.
get blocked? Start asking me stupid questions because these are not my questions. Don't ask me stupid questions, okay? Because I'm not the one. I'm not the one for these stupid questions. Because these are stupid questions to me.
Yeah, right. Which lady? Because it was 3 that he was married to at the same time. I don't know. I don't. I think it's the first one. No, not the first one. The last daughters. The last daughters. The last daughter's mother. That's.
Whoa. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see her granddaughter? Did anybody see that? Am I the only one who saw that? I think I'm the only one who saw that. We're going to go back. I want y'all to pay attention to the background. I want y'all to see this granddaughter.
Because I'm not the one. I'm not the one for these stupid questions. Because these are stupid questions to me.
Come on.
Lady was supposed to.
Okay.
Don't even come in. Don't come for me now. Don't come for me with these questions. Don't come for me. I'm telling y'all. You want to get blocked? Start asking me stupid questions because these are not my questions. Don't ask me stupid questions, okay? Because I'm not the one. I'm not the one for these stupid questions. Because these are stupid questions to me.
See, you try to.
That was a respectful question. That was a question for me because I don't know nothing about bigamy because I'm not a bigamist. So don't ask me those stupid questions.
Here we
You
go.
silly. The state provided a marriage license showing the overlap. Okay, he was under the impression he was in jail. It was if you looked at that video that girl did, he was in jail when that lady was supposed to file that divorce. So he was under.
Guess what? If I was in jail in 2005, 2008, whenever this happened, okay, and someone was supposed to file divorce papers, okay, I would check when I got out. But let's say I didn't. Before I signed papers and attested to the fact that I was divorced, I would check and make sure that I was divorced because They have you signing a document making false statements because you were still married when you signed the documents for your marriage license. But listen to Sonia's logic.
The impression that they were divorced. He didn't know if that is the case that they were still married. He didn't know that. There's a phone call from September 25th when it aired, when that lady put that on there, and I called him and I told him they're on here talking about you were married to 2 women, and he was like, "What?" And then he calls his daughter, and the daughter says, "No, that's not true." And that's a September 25th phone call. Remember I told you with him and the girl, him and his daughter.
You can tell us whatever you want to tell us. We know the facts. The documentation speaks for itself.
Of the wife sat on the phone, and he was like, "Mom didn't do that." Da, 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 da. So that's on the phone call. He didn't know.
And what she said is, no, Mama didn't contact a blogger and say that y'all wasn't divorced. That's what she said. She never said, no, Mama said y'all was divorced. No, she said Mama didn't contact a blogger. See, this girl, she don't have her Nesta would be so disappointed because the girl don't have her facts together.
So if he was technically, you know, he didn't have knowledge of it. That's what he said. I don't know. I wasn't around. I ain't gonna do it. That's all. Weird and nosy. That was a very fucking question. You're right. Which lady? Because it was 3 that he was married to at the same time.
Get out of my face. 101 Abel says, she's still online talking about his case. Does Nesta know about this? I don't know, because this happened last night. So I don't know if she has told him yet. Who knows?
I don't know. I don't. I think it's the first one. No, not the first one. The last daughters. The last daughters.
Damn. It happened so fast.
Technically, you know, he didn't have knowledge of it. That's what he said. I don't know. I wasn't around. I ain't gonna do it. That's all. Weird and nosy. That was a very fucking question. You're right. Which lady? Because it was 3 that he was married to at the same time. I don't know. I don't. I think it's the first one. No, not the first one. The last daughters. The last daughters.
Y'all see that grandbaby? You saw her? That little girl looks, like she is biracial. So, and it's funny, Sonia has never mentioned it. So now I see why she wants to be white so bad. So not only does she have biracial brothers and sisters, her granddaughter, because that little girl, that ain't that's that little girl's hair. That's that little girl. Okay. Now it's making sense.
The last daughter's mother. That's the one. That's the one. Not the first one. Right. Please stop signing. A grown man knows if he's divorced and finalized or not.
Now,
Let me tell you about my divorce. I didn't do anything with my divorce.
Hold on a second. Why would you ask her about a colostomy bag? Come on, that's disrespectful.
Who has a colostomy bag?
I'm getting her out of here because that's a stupid.
Who has a colostomy bag?
I'm getting her out of here. I don't care about who this is.
That girl, wasn't that you? Didn't you get timed out for that question?
You need to get this. That's a stupid question.
She said, Sonya, please stop. A grown man knows if he's divorced, finalized or not. So, okay, so when my divorce got finalized, I didn't know for a long time because I didn't handle my divorce. I had my husband at the time. I told him to do it because I knew I wasn't getting remarried. So I was like, do it when you feel like doing it and let me know when it's over with, because we had no property together because we were only together for 4 months. And so when I got my notice in the mail.
G-Shell, no, them was not braids. That was a free-flowing pony. That was not braids. That's what made me do a double take. And it was that funny color hair too that sometimes they have. I have a lot of cousins and they got that color hair. No, I usually can spot when I see one, and that girl, yeah, I'm surprised Sonia has never mentioned it, but no, them was not braids. I didn't notice this last night. So I'm noticing it today, and it happened. I know someone asked me for the slow-mo, but that happened so fast I can't even catch it because I was sitting here waiting for it to happen and I missed it. So, but yeah.
And then he called me and told me, you know, it was finalized or whatever. But if he was in jail, it's supposed to happen in 2003, I believe. He was in jail for 2008. So when he got out of jail, he's thinking, and this is me, you know, assuming if this happened in 2003, it's handled. You know what I'm saying? So some people are very responsible and they go back and double check and da 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 da. And
What has she been saying all this while? She has been saying that his crimes are from the 90s. So, gee, what was he doing in jail in 2005 or 2008? Huh?
and some people just like, I just trust that she did it. I was in jail 5 years after the fact, so, or 4 years after the fact. So I really don't, you know, I don't know.
No, hey, Crystal Carrington, Tanya B, that wasn't a 36-inch ponytail because the hair that all matched. I'm telling you, I'm usually good at picking them out. Glorious Love said, I have cousins who look biracial and they have two black parents, so you can never tell. That's true, but I'm telling you, that girl, I'm telling you.
I can't speak on that because me and him has never had a conversation about the specifics of his divorces. He just was under impression from what our conversation was that he was divorced. So that's all. And you can shake your head, girl. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard from Dre? Is Dre okay? He talked to Dre. He said Dre is fine. I don't talk to Dre. I don't talk to anybody in his family. What's your plan if he's found guilty? If he's found guilty, that would be a stretch. Again, from what I know, if he's found guilty, that would be a stretch.
Okay, Salt and Pepper Trusted says she sewed it down and she says it's braids in the child's head.
Because I haven't seen anything that says guilty. But if he's guilty, I mean, if you got to go to jail, you got to go to jail. That's what it is. You were only married a few months. He's been married 7 times. It's not the same. We're talking about divorce. A divorce is a divorce. It's not about how long he was married. A divorce is a divorce. If he handled it, then he would know. If he didn't handle it, then he wouldn't know. He would have to go back and verify and make sure going forward that everything was done. Maybe the girl was very responsible and he trusted her. I don't know.
But what about the other ones?
But you're speaking on it.
What about the other ones, huh?
Because you asked a question.
Okay, Burley 09. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm saying that this is all speculation. I don't know. Everything that you're asking me, if I know it's from a phone conversation. All our phone conversations have been put, for the most part, not all of them. I would say half of them have been put online. So that's that. That girl needs to go because she's just. Have you found an RV I like? Yeah, I did. It's $194,000. And they keep calling me every day. I don't know if I'm ready for it because I still have some months on this lease. But I did find an RV that I really like. Are you hot flashing?
No, I got a sweat thing on. It's called
Tanya B, Tanya B said, but she didn't answer. If he's found guilty of fraud and child crimes, will she stay? He just has to stay in jail is pretty much what she was saying. He'll just have to do his time. But you're right. No, she didn't answer. Not only did she not answer, she didn't answer the way that the question was intended, as she does most things. Them folks says, love how that girl over there representing for the logical internet Chernesto sector. It was a lot of people over there, a lot of them. And like I said, they were being very respectful. I was quite proud of everybody.
Oh,
are you back on the weight loss thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See,
I need the weight gain.
Look, I'm on the weight loss thing. I got some things going on.
I need to gain. You need to lose. Oh my God, I'm tired of being skinny.
I need to lose. I want to lose.
Well, for healthy purposes, you need to lose.
I want to lose.
You want to, but to be healthy, you gotta knock off some weight.
Mind your business, okay?
I'm all in it.
About your earning stuff, okay? Bye,
bitch. What?
Stay out of my business, okay?
Now that's how you say it positively. I'm being positive because you want to be healthy, so you want to keep your weight at whatever's healthy for you. So whatever your height and your health. What about him? Sonya, will you still be okay if he goes to prison? Will I still financially support him if he go to jail? Supporting somebody in jail is not hard at all. So, to my knowledge, Sonya, did Nesto pimp you out by selling your pictures? Where did you get that from? Him selling my pictures? What pictures I got that he got? That's weird. Or that's not nice.
Well,
Because you said pimp me out.
they say nasty stuff. Do you like them?
Sonya, did Nesto pimp you out? That's not nice.
Do you like them talking to you like that? See, I tried to stop it, but no, you let some letting it go.
I'm not that sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that sensitive. And I don't get
She said that's not nice, but is it true? That's the part, Sonya.
I don't like I said, I don't
Desi Jules says serving milkshakes in the yard with sour milk. Casino Lady says, oh my God. Sonya's voice just irritates the hell out of me.
be on none of those channels looking at that stuff and reading it. So I don't like you hear a lot of stuff more than I do. I know they're probably talking ish because the one girl that be in court who love to talk negativity and be trying to talk about people's clothes and what they got on and any little thing that a petty teenager would talk about, she talks about. And and it's just weird to me that these are grown people. Like my granddaughter don't even have these issues in school. And it's
I'm assuming she's talking about Wisdom's daughter. I mean, I don't know. And she knows her name, so I don't know why she doesn't just say it if that's who she is talking about. But I think that, talking about, yes, we talked about what you wear because it doesn't matter if we liked you. I'd still talk about what you had on in court, that especially that one time, because it was very, very and highly, highly inappropriate. So yes, I would talk about you. Soul Power said she knows what's not nice. Wait a minute. She knows what's not nice unless she does it. Nesto Shackle Shuffle, walk of shame. She says that I'd be proud of her. She got blocked immediately and I unsubscribed immediately. If you were there, Nesto Shackle Shuffle, walk of shame, I know for sure you were blocked immediately.
these are people in their 30s and 40s talking like that. And for me,
Yeah, by the way, thank you, D Shell. How does she know what they talk about? And how does she know they talk about what she wears to court if she is not watching them? Burley09 says, I can't believe Sonya is damn near 60 and this slow and such a liar. This is something you do in your 20s.
I think that's just weird. It's just weird energy. I would never just sit and just talk to somebody about their business, first of all, and then get mad if they don't tell me their business and I don't even know them and their business is not my business, even though somebody else put their business out there. It'd be different if I put my business out there, but I don't get on there, hi, today I did this and today, this was this and me and Nesto, this, that, and the other and all of that kind of crap, That's just weird to me.
Okay, yes, Sonya, you were doxxed. And yes, your business was put out there, but here's the difference. Nobody pulled you out. You came. You could have stayed where you were. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive if you did, this would have died down. I'm almost positive. But you came out swinging and doing a press tour. So this is why you're getting what you got.
Course, because me and Nestle have talked about the originally what we came on here for today. Me and Nestle have talked about that, and that's why me and you are talking about it, because I know once the bloggers get a hold of it, they're going to be like, ooh, and then they're going to put their negative spin on it, because anything that's going on.
First of all, Sonya, we would not know nothing. But yes, you talked about this house and this lady because you said you was going to take that woman's house and use it to get him out of jail. Now, that's what you said. That's what we heard. But we would never know you have arbitration or whatever you have tomorrow with this lady in this case. We're not checking for you like that.
Oh, they're going to talk negative about it. And they're going to make it seem like it's something that, oh, she don't pay her bills. And this, oh, she was scamming somebody. And look, oh, she defrauded this lady. Because that's what she's trying to say.
That's a good question. Police got a good question.
Who?
Police got a good question. Sonia.
Police, Sonya. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah.
On a beach.
That's a good question.
On a beach. On a beach with some coconut and no Wi-Fi. I want to live like it's 1980. That's what I want.
Jet Black says, Sonia, you have rolled your eyes and talked about what other visitors were wearing when they walked by making fun of them. Ooh.
I do talk about some people in there, and that right there
That's
That
not,
right there is just in the
not nice.
moment. Like when we used to go to the club and we stand by and we crack and be like, oh, why did she wear that? Oh,
I don't do that. I've never done that.
So
So
that was something that I used to do all the time, but that's just light work. That ain't no serious, ooh, you know, oh, you're a this, you're a that, and you're a da-da-da-da. And
Sonia, Sylvia was born a Christian. She has never told a lie. She has never spoken ill of anyone. She has never done any of those things. She has never, as a married woman, set up and showed her breasts just to get information for the R. Kelly case. She has never been accused of doing something that you shouldn't do to a foster kid. She has never been accused of putting an air tag on somebody's car. She has never been arrested 3 times. She was never taken out of the YSL trial in handcuffs because why? She was born a Christian.
every day, all day. Like, I don't have a problem if somebody made a comment about me 1 time, 2 times, who cares? But they've been talking ish on me for 2 years every day. There's an animated, this one girl got a channel where they got an animated version of it. And it's negative. It's all negative, but it's deep negative. If somebody don't like their shoes, that's who cares? And they're not hearing it. And why she got that on? Ooh, that is not right. That's fine. I don't have a problem if somebody said that. If that's all y'all want to say about me, go for it. I could take that. I could take it all, really. But I don't have a problem with that. But y'all all digging on me, you know.
Sonia, whatever one says, I mean, this is the most sincere and respectful way. Get yourself out of the mix before you become part of the
Get yourself out of the mix. What mix?
I think bug out. You know what? Angel.
Why didn't delete it? I didn't see it.
They didn't delete it. They didn't delete it. Just
Sylvia, your hair looks nice. Somebody gave you a compliment. Age doesn't always right, lady. See, age don't mean maturity. They're just a little bit older version of a messier person they probably was when they were young. But it's just crazy that this is the new sport for the Black female. That's just what's crazy to me.
Okay, Crystal says,
but you recorded convo and tried to put them on your own. And okay, so you know why I did that? Because I knew, like, remember Sylvia, I told you, they're not putting all the phone calls out. They're only.
In case you Black females forgot or did not hear, this is the new sport for the Black females, sitting up here talking about what people wear and the fact that they're wearing sandals and it's 2 degrees outside in wintertime. This is what we better Black bitches like to talk about. The celebrity juicer says rewriting history. Yes, they are rewriting history as per usual.
They putting certain phone calls out to push a narrative. When me and him are on the phone talking about my boyfriends and my dating and all of that stuff, they're not going to play that because then they're going to think, oh my God, hold on, they're not together. Well, they've been.
Yes, they did play that because I remember hearing it. You were talking about your boyfriends and these men that you dated. And I remember all of that. Y'all remember it?
Saying they're together, you know, but from the time he got arrested to June, I was heavily dating and on dating sites. And me and him used to always talk about my dates. And he's always telling me, stop being so picky, Sonya. You'll never find nobody. They're not going to play any of that. They're not going to play anything that don't sound messy. So out of the 600 phone calls that me and him have, they're only playing maybe 50 because it's a narrative that they want. So I was playing some of the ones I knew they weren't going to play. That's what I was playing. But then I said, who cares? I don't say I wasn't going to play any of them. Think what you want to think. If y'all think this is what it is, then roll with it. If y'all believe everything that people feed you, then eat it.
Rossi says,
if you had any sense, Sonia, you would play the phone calls as phone calls from prison releases. It's the easiest thing you could do. Play those calls and you do commentary. Tell us what you want us to know, Sonia. That's what you should have done when you had your channel.
Sonia, do you believe in Jesus, that Jesus died on the cross and rose on the
I don't know anything.
Y'all listen to this conversation.
About Christianity.
You don't believe Christ died on the cross?
I don't know anything about Christianity. I was raised a Muslim. I don't know anything about Christianity.
You never heard Jesus? About Jesus?
I heard of Jesus, but I don't know the backstory. I told you I don't know anything about Christianity. I was raised Muslim.
Well, we're gonna have a Bible.
So I can't answer or respond to something I was never taught.
We're gonna have Bible study.
Yeah, I was never taught about that. I was great. My grandmother she loved church and that was her thing. But me and her never had religious conversations. So no, I know nothing about it at all. I just know that, a lot of these people are supposed to be Christians and they don't act it. And I know Christians people are supposed to be forgiving, non-judging, and very loving. and very supportive of one another. And I don't see that because
Do you see that in the person that you are speaking to right at this moment?
he's a Christian, you're a Christian, and they talk mad about you and they talk mad about him. So that's not, you know,
But how do you know they're Christians, the other people?
that is true. I know the one girl is because she always kept talking about Jesus and Lord and whatever. So I know she is. And then the other girl too is too.
But
And
you don't know they're Christian just because they talk about God and Jesus.
one would expect that they are if they're talking about like that. You don't hear me saying none of that stuff because I'm not of that faith. So I don't say, "Ooh, Jesus Christ." Like I never say that because, you know, it was something that was never spoken in my house, nor was it something that I was taught. And I don't disrespect the religion, but I just don't know anything about it.
So you don't believe that?
I don't know anything about it to believe it.
Okay.
So I can't even speak on it. I know no history on it. I don't know I don't know none of the stories. I don't know none of the characters or the people that's in the book. I've never opened the book. I've never read it. I don't know anything about it. I've been to a church a handful of times because my ex-husband was very religious. And so I did go to church a couple times, but they really weren't talking about religion. They were talking about something. They always do like this much religion and the rest some other stuff that they were talking about. So I don't know anything about it. I was raised Muslim.
Not only is Jesus in the Quran, isn't he in there as a prophet? Nestos cologne and flavored bread. I believe he's in there as a prophet. I had a Quran, and I think so. Hey,
Why did you
make it rain.
come out of a Muslim then? Why did you stop being Muslim?
I didn't stop. I just don't. So let's go back to why I'm atheist, because that's what I always say I am. I feel like I'm
there's no
atheist.
such thing as being atheist because it's, to me,
I am atheist.
This Christian lady is sitting right here saying there's no such thing as being an atheist.
Okay. Atheist is when you don't believe in God, right?
You don't believe God exists at all?
I do not believe in God. I am an atheist. Yes. And that happened.
So
That happened 15 years ago, I want to say. I never really, put energy into belief or non-belief, but 15 years ago, I decided I did not believe.
So what do you
15 years ago.
believe? What do you believe?
I believe in respecting all living things, plants, animals, and people. That's
So
what I believe.
anything is higher than you at all?
I don't put thought into all of that. I just live on the earth, on the surface, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I don't believe into spiritual things or anything like that. That I don't do. I just say, respect people and be respectful and treat people the way you want to be treated and talk to people the way you want to be talked. Respect animals. Don't be cruel to animals, and don't disrespect plants because trees, plants, and all that, everything living has a purpose and you should always respect them.
Hey, Lorraine.
So that's what I do. And I leave it at that. I don't go off into everything that man created or man said, because I feel like everything religion is something that came from a man, a man's mouth, a man da. So, and I just felt I was working for a law office, and I just kept reading all these stories about these kids getting murdered and killed and murdered and killed. And I'm like, well, how is there a God if all these children are dying? And the father just killed the kids, and the father threw the kid off the bridge. It was all these horrific stories about children just dying from their parents or from random people. And I was like, if there's a God, why is he allowing all these children, not grown people? It's some innocent grown people that died too, but it was more so the children supposed to be the innocent, the sacred of the people. And so I was just, it wasn't adding up to me. And I was like, you know what? Can't be a God if all of this is happening. That's not right. You can't be just letting all these kids just die and be murdered and be like tortured. And, who is protecting the children, or put it in the parents' mindset. But then everybody thinks God is either spiritual or within you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's different versions of how people explain God, so it's a bit of a different thing. Like I say, all I say is just respect people that are out here. Respect people that you deal with. Don't burn people. Don't screw people over. And animals and plants as well. And I just leave it at that. I don't get all
like your boyfriend
religion like that. This is just everybody can't be right and everybody can't be wrong. So if the Jews say this, the Buddhists say this, and all of these religions, like 20 different religions, and they all have different versions of what happened and different versions of this, that. Who's right? There's only one way anything could happen. There's only one truth. So who is right and who is wrong? Are the Jews right? Are the Catholics right?
But every single one of the religion believe in a higher power. But you're saying you
They
don't
all believe in God. They don't all believe in God. Yeah, they all don't believe in God.
Most religion believes there's someone greater than them.
They believe there's a creator. They do.
And it's still someone greater. Every single religion believes that.
Yeah. But who's right?
Does it have to be?
There's only yes, because life only happens one way. That's the truth. So who knows and who's speaking the truth? And which of the other ones is this?
This is a good strong question. So you don't believe? Do you believe God saved you from being shot 7 times?
Okay, I wasn't shot 7 times. That was
If she don't, why?
my sister. I was shot 3 times.
3 times. What 3 times?
I believe I just survived. I don't put like they said. I went to church right after that happened because my grandmother kept saying, "Oh, God saved you and God, God, God," and so she like, "You need to go to church and da 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 da." And I went to church and it was so not a good idea. And I was like, I can't do this, and so I left. So in my mind, I survived because he aimed at the wrong spots, and I don't put it on God because that's just not how I was. When was this? This was 91. 91, I still was believing in God, or that I didn't not believe in God. Let's say that.
Okay, she was raised Muslim and she said she still believed in God or somebody. Being raised in the faith of Islam, she would say Allah. She didn't even say that. So she's full of it. I don't buy anything that she says. Joyce Stratton says these two be low-key dissing each other. And you are right about that. They do. Retro in my face says Sonya respects no person, place, or thing. The Duchess says, my best friend is Muslim, and most of the time they know the Bible better than Christians because they use it. I mean, like in a lot, as a matter of fact, in most religions, with the exception of Christianity, they in hand in and Jehovah's Witnesses, they like hand in hand will look at other religious books. But Christianity does not do that. It's the Bible, and that's that. Whereas a lot of other religions, the Islamic faith, they will look into and work hand in hand. They are familiar and aware of the Bible, and I believe use it. And in other philosophies and stuff like that, they will refer back to the Bible and other religious books. I find that in Christianity, they don't.
I don't know what my mentality was because I really wasn't into religion, but I wasn't a firm not believing until like 15 years ago. I know my son was here, but no, I don't think that. I never thought that.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you seem very hurt. You seem hurt.
Behind what?
I mean, saying because you said you were a certain thing before, and you're angry at something. So, what made you become so angry that you believe there is no God now? Because at one point you believed there was a.
You say I'm angry.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking. I'm just asking.
No, that's what it was. I was reading stories, and it was just a whole bunch of like death and children, and then I just decided that there couldn't be a God if it was that much death and murder that was happening towards children.
And if your faith was strong like it should have been, then you would not ask that question.
Like a week long, it was just every day. It was just a whole bunch of horrific children like getting tossed. One guy threw his kid over the bridge. It was just a lot. It was just, and I was just like, wow, why is this happening? And like, if there's a God, why is this happening? Like, so that was the thing that made me go from,
Starfish and Coffee, you say, to be fair to Sonya, she left Islam as a young person. That is true. I was raised a Christian and I am not one, but I haven't forgotten what's in the Bible. I haven't forgotten what's in the Bible at all. So the fact that instead of saying, she can't even say Allah, they don't just go around saying God, God, God. If she was legitimately raised in that faith, she would know to say Allah, but she doesn't. I know that Christians, I know what Christians do. I know what's in the Bible. I know what happens at a church. I'm not a part of one, and I'm not a Christian, but I still know the values of Christianity because that's how I was raised.
However I was too, definitely I don't believe.
Yes, Aaliyah TV, she was trying to convert her. And see, that's another thing. Here's the thing, like if I'm a Christian and you're not, and I say, why don't you go to church with me sometimes? And you say no, then that should be that. Very much so like the Jehovah Witnesses knock on doors. If you say you're not interested, they leave you alone. They don't keep pounding. But what Sylvia was doing is she kept hounding her.
I know that's how I went from that. Now, how strong of a believer I was never religious once I got
Can I ask you a question? Since you've been involved with Ernesto and I've seen you purchase Bibles for him, why, if you don't believe or anything, why purchase a Bible for him?
Because that's what he believes. I'm not here to change him. One of my kids go to church and one doesn't. One believes and one doesn't. I don't put anything on that how I move on anybody. My son doesn't believe because of whatever, I never spoke about it out loud.
Okay, I got a question, but hold on. If you believe that drugs tear you up, will you give your child drugs?
Now, those of you who were over there yesterday, y'all know right now, this whole conversation right here ain't about to make no kind of sense.
You can see drugs and it's there.
No, I'm just asking you a question. You
no
said
one's ever seen. Again, like I said, this is
hold on.
This is the two reasons why. One, I said everything that was going on.
Hold on. I asked you a question about you buying the Bible for
Nestor, because he's a very religious person.
That's where he is. Okay, now the second question I have is that they say there's this killer drug that your child wants, and the child likes that particular drug, right? Will you buy that drug for your child, and it's a killer drug for that child because the child wants it? I'm just asking you.
No, you don't buy things that's going to hurt your kids.
But your child wants it, and they like that job. Okay, just say it's not a killer drug. Just say it's illegal.
I'm not buying drugs for nobody. I don't buy drugs for nobody. Kids, aunts, uncles, cousins. I don't buy drugs for nobody. I don't support bad habits.
No. I was just asking that question because you're saying, and I'm not saying the Bible's a bad thing. I'm just not saying that at all.
Allie B said these two are sharing brain cells. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame. No, I did not get your email after this live because I went to bed. I signed off and I got in the bed. So no, I didn't see it. Hey, Siri Colette, how are you doing?
Oh, all I'm saying, because you're saying you bought it because you don't.
Yeah, so that was a bad analogy right there.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Siri Colette, you done made my Siri go off. Now Siri is bothering me, Siri Colette.
Drugs and Bible.
I know. It's a terrible analogy. Sorry.
I don't think anything negative about it. That's what you're getting. Okay, what you're making. I don't think anything negative about your religion. I don't think anything negative about your belief at all. I support.
Glorious Love, what you mean you can't believe she asked? Glorious Love can't believe she asked that. That girl said, and when they depart, it will return. You don't forget it. That's right.
For anybody that wants to believe, I actually like people that are religious over those that, but because like I said, my husband was very religious. You know what I'm saying? Most of the guys that I've dated were very religious. I don't have a problem. I don't sit there and try to tell somebody not to be religious. It's their freedom. I don't ever try to change a person because it doesn't hurt me for them to believe. It doesn't hurt me for them to go to church. It's not a negative thing to go to church. So I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. That's not tearing or hurting them. That's really uplifting them and making them into a better person to have that in their life. I've found more so than a person that's lost and just out here. It's kind of an anchor and kind of keeps them grounded. My best friend is not Yvette, but the other one. She's very, very religious, so it's just how I feel. And that's just me. I sent my daughter to church when she was young. She used to go with her grandmother, and she grew up going to church with her grandmother, like most Black people.
She does not believe in a higher power.
She's just not a religious person. What's wrong with that? It sounds like she believes.
She doesn't believe in.
I just don't think into all of that. I don't. I think what I see and how things are, and I'll leave it at that. Again, I told you my main reason is because of so many different religions. Life only happens one way. How you woke up one way. There's only one way that you woke up this morning. There's no three versions of how you woke up this morning. So just like life and how it began and how history was, there's only one true way everything came about and happened. But you got 20 different religions saying 20 different ways and 20 different stories. Who is right? who is wrong. Only one religion or one way everything came about. We were created one way, but you got all these different religions telling you different versions of it and how this happened, like gossip. You know what I'm saying? So who do you believe? Are Jews right? Are the Buddhism right? You know what I'm saying? Are the Catholics right? Are these people right? Is that religion right? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So most of us are a specific religion because our grandma and our mama and our, you know what I'm saying? And it just carried on and it carried on from that. And that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? We just took it and we ran with it. And another reason why I kind of question a lot of things too is because how did Black people come into Christianity? Through our slave masters. And if you trust a slave master, then run with it because that's where it came from. Go all the way back to 5, 10, 12, 13.
But they're white. Shouldn't we believe and trust them, Sonya? According to your theories and logic, the slave masters, they were white, so we should believe everything that they say.
Generations, it was the slave masters that told the slaves about Christianity and God and Jesus and and then they told their kids, and it just grew from that and it just ran with it. And that's how it started. So if you go all the way back and say, I trust a slave master and I believe everything that they told my 10 generations ago grandparents, then that's what I'm gonna believe. So if you believe anything that came from a slave master, which their whole narrative was to get these slaves to do what they say without hurting them, because if I hurt them, they're no good to me. I can't have an injured slave out there working because they're not going to produce.
What?
So I get into their mind. So if I get into their mind and tell them certain things, they're going to do it.
So y'all, it was at this point that I went to take my shower. What? The slave masters taught Christianity to the slaves because they didn't want to hurt them, because then they didn't want to be hurt, and they would not be any they would not be any use to them. Are y'all here? Sunflower Babe TT, are you hearing this? She said this sounds like some soft sit jibber jab. She does not have the range for this discussion. Are y'all? Glorious Love says she has to be on acid. At Southern Beach, I saw that. Don't ever. Soul Power says so dumb. So y'all, the next hey Leroy's, since this is Black History Month, please beware that we were taught Christianity as slaves because the slave masters, the white ones, they didn't want to hurt us because we'd be no use to them. This is what this effort is saying. Hey, Karaoke Tube. And I said, Leroyce, I think, how are y'all doing? Bible Lady said, I'm tuning out. I'd rather go play in Atlanta traffic than listen to this. Janet Toy said, stay in school, kids, or else. Casino Lady said apparently she is on uppers and downers at the same time. How y'all doing? Who you sending to the moon, Nola Brown? Me?
Off of that, and they're going to believe it and going to believe it. So if you go all the way back to that.
And to be honest, did they really teach us Christianity, or were we forced to listen because they made us go to church? So we ain't had nothing better to do but to listen. Either way, it wasn't because they wanted to be nice to us and not hurt us.
Do you believe what that slave master told your ancestors? Because that's where Black people got it from. All of this didn't come from Africa. Everything that we got over here, Africa has religion.
I was gonna say, wait a minute,
they do have religion, but you got to understand how American Black people got their version of Christianity was through the slave master. And if you believe what the slave master taught your ancestors, then go with it. Go with it. You know what I'm saying? But those were the reasons why I just don't deal with religion. One is too many of them, and it's only one of them that could be correct, just because there's only one truth. And then two, I know it came from slave masters, and I don't trust slave masters as much as I do say I like white people, but the white people that, weren't the slave master white people, there's some other ones.
So you say you never read the Bible?
There were what? Sonya, do you know at one time, the whole United States of America, it wasn't just North and South, some not. Everybody had slaves, Sonya, at one point in time in America. Everybody all over the world had slaves. Actually, Sonia, there were some Africans who had other Africans as slaves. Slavery goes back to the beginning of times, Sonia. What are you talking about? So let me get this straight. There were good people, good white people, and bad white people, and the good ones didn't have slaves.
I've never read the Bible before, not one page.
Is it why are you?
I was raised Muslim, so why would I
Are
read
you
the
okay?
Bible?
I mean, would you be willing to at least read it?
So I,
Sonia, I'll even make it easier for you. Name one person in the Quran. I'm not going to even ask you to quote anything that's in the Quran. I want the Quran, excuse me. I want you to name a person that's in the Quran. Just one person. You certainly can remember one person. Rossi says she's just rambling.
I'm not interested because I don't. I feel like I live fine without religion.
No, I'm
Not
just
everybody lives with.
Glorious Love says, I've studied my family back to slavery, and I actually found out that some blacks owned slaves. Yes, some blacks did own slaves. They had them working in their houses and working their fields. Some black people owned plantations. My family because when I found out that I had Irish people in my family, I was like, well, where'd they come from? It came from the plantation, and I actually was able to go back to who owned us. As a matter of fact, I think it's on ancestry.com now that I think about it. But yeah, I was actually able to do that. So and guess what, Sonia? Slave masters, they owned slaves. They did the exact same thing to their slaves that your boyfriend has done to women, and had babies. And guess what? Those babies were put to work too. So they didn't even get to catch a break because they were fathered by the slave master. No, they had to go work out in the fields too.
With religion.
no, just to read it. Just like don't you read a
So,
book?
so you and Nesto have
I'm
me
not
interested.
interested.
No, you and Nesto have me interested in religion because he reads a lot of things and he puts a lot of things. So I get it from him, or I get it from you talking to him about it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do watch you and him visit, and when y'all read and pray and all of that other things that y'all do. That's when I get insight, because before that, again, I've been to church a couple times, but like after I had only went to church for funerals, right? So the couple times that I went to church, it just reminded me that I'm in a funeral, because that was the only thing I could relate to it, because I didn't go to church with my grandmother, because my parents were Muslims, so they didn't send us to church. We went to mosque, and so mosque is completely different than
I'm surprised
Christianity.
you
We have
knew
a
that.
Quran. We didn't have the Bible. So, and then back then they never spoke of Jesus and all of that stuff. Now Farrakhan talks about it, because Farrakhan takes from the Bible and he takes from the Quran, and he kind of integrates it. If anybody's ever listened to Farrakhan, he integrates both, because he talks about Jesus and the Bible, and he talks about the Quran. So I have watched and went to go see him, and I do watch a lot of his videos. So I do get some insight. But like I say, I don't have religion is not in my life at all. But I do like religious people.
Okay. I don't know how we got here, but I think it was Rossi that brought us here. But thank you, Rossi.
She said I have nothing but time on my hands. Poor Sonya. She's gonna pretend to be calm. What is she talking about? Pretend to be calm. I don't get that. Elaborate, girl, on what you mean by pretend to be calm. What do I have to be excited about or upset about? I don't want to call you a liar, but you said you went to church with your husband. Now you're saying you went to church. Oh my God, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying I did go to church with my husband a couple times. I said when I go to church, the time before that, right? I only went to church because of funerals. So when I went to church after that, it kind of put me in the mindset as if I was in a funeral. So I was like not really responding to it well. Plus, I really wasn't interested in Christianity. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, what I'm saying? Understand the timeline. I went to funerals before I went to church. I didn't go to church till later in my life, and I had went to funerals before then, but most funerals happen in church. So when I went to church, it kind of clicked me into funerals. That's what I'm saying. And then, I never read the book, and I wasn't there for me. I was there for the person that was going to church. I was just going with them. So I wasn't there to you know, absorb anything or get anything out of it. That's not why I went. I just went because my husband wanted to go to church and he wanted me to go. So I went to church with him. That's why I went. But I only went, I think, twice. I think I went twice. And me and him was together since 1989, on and off. And then we married in 2009. So we were together 10 years, on and off. And then he got married. And that was
Okay, I have a question. Aaliyah TV, her comment was taken out. Was she wasn't blocked, was she? Because I don't see her. Let me see. I don't see her on the block list, but it looks like her comment was taken out. It actually shouldn't have been, but so y'all, that's why I haven't stopped, because I was trying to fix that, but I don't see where she was blocked. I just see that the her comment was taken out. Okay. And what else did I want to say? I don't know that there's anything else I wanted to say. D. Shell said knows nothing about the Bible, but listens to Farrakhan, who talks about the Bible. Jay Vickers said they both got court cases tomorrow. Glorious Love said hopefully she opens her heart to God. Shay B. Charm, Southern B. Charm says 1989. She's an elder. Aaliyah TV said, I didn't think I got blocked, but they did remove it. Yeah, what you said was okay. You said Muhammad. That was fine. I don't really know why that happened. I Revive says, I have Irish ancestry too. I know the name of the family I'm related to on my grandmother's side. I wonder if we're related.
like dating. So we just decided to stay friends, and we're still cool to this day. We're still cool to this day. Because you don't want to, if it don't work out, don't be enemies. Just be cool. And that's what we are. We're cool. So you can't teach us about in the beginning of how the word was formed. You don't know the word. When the student is ready, the teacher will show up. You can't teach us about the beginning. I'm not trying to teach you anything. This is just my perspective about me and religion. This has nothing to do with.
Look at all my look. I have to see if all of us is related. All of us with this Irish bloodline. Look, I mean, we are just popping up everywhere. Yes, Southern Beach Charm. I guess that's why I'm so short, because I'm Irish. Hey, Lisa Lulu. It was Aaliyah TV. That was an accident. She didn't mean to do that. That girl said she's talking to me now. She's talking to you now. Aaliyah TV said, "Oh, I thought you were referring to the Bible ladies chat, not this one." Yeah, I was talking about this. Well, who cares about her chat? Yeah, I was talking about this one. I think that girl was the only one that got blocked over there, or at least timed out over there at Bible ladies chat. Nesto's cologne flavored bread said, "You get white girl wasted on St. Patrick's Day legacy." No, I don't. I actually don't get wasted anytime.
You people, this is just why I'm where I'm at when it comes to religion. I don't knock anybody. I don't knock it. This is just my perspective. Understand, what's for me is for me. I'm not here to sell anything or convince you of anything. I'm just saying this is why I am the way I am when it comes to religion. I don't have a problem with people that want to believe what they want to believe. People are free to believe and be who they want to be. I don't knock a person. I don't think anything less of a person that believes or anything less of a person that don't believe. I just so happen to hang around a lot of people that are very religious, but I don't try to convince them not to be. If you listen to me and Nesto, pray for me tonight. Okay, I'll pray for you.
Y'all, okay, I took this up a little bit more because I really want to get through this. So I took it up a little bit more.
I don't know how to pray. I know how to pray in Muslim.
Lie to him then.
No. I know how to pray in Muslim. I do not pray as a Muslim. I know how
So
to
do
pray.
you pray for him?
Because
She said, I know. She said, I know how to play in Muslim. That's what she said. She knows how to pray in Muslim. Now, there are, I'm sure that most of you in here are Christians. I bet you could tell me what's wrong with that statement. I bet you can tell me what's wrong with that. I know how to pray in Muslim statement. Hey, Black Rose. Black Rose says, I'm from the Caribbean with an Irish great grandfather. All of us Irish folks up in here are related. You were timed out of Bible, ladies, Irie vibes, for no reason. They probably timed you out because you said Hercules was in the Bible. Jay Vickers said, I was about to ask to turn up to turbo speed because I cannot take much more. Yeah, I went up a little bit higher than I already was. Because believe it or not, Jay Vickers, I was on a high speed as it were, but I went up a little bit higher as so that we could get through this finally. And where is that thing? I'm looking for it on here. I see it on my where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I saw it on my board. Because she said Muslim, and somebody put the shaking my head emoji in. I only had one person to answer that too, that she prays in Muslim. Beverly Nelson said allegedly she was sleeping with the ex a month ago. Look how she's smiling. And you know what? Now that you say something, I do remember that. I do remember that. I do remember she slept with that husband. Okay.
we pray as Muslims, we pray. So I do know how to pray as a Muslim. I was a Muslim from birth all the way up to, I want to say, high school is when my parents kind of fell off and stopped really making us go to mosque and stuff.
Wait a minute. So she was a Muslim from birth. Not only does she know that they don't pray in Muslim. Remember when she referred to, was it Pakistanis? She referred to, like, she named all of them and said, and also named Muslim and Islam, like all of those things were different things. So this girl's lying. She's just lying. I don't care. She's just lying.
So, I had a lot of years of going to mosque. I went to Muslim school.
Answer my question. So when the man asked you to pray for him,
I prayed for him. I did.
That's all I want to ask.
Yeah, I did. Okay. He asked and I did.
How do you pray for to a God that you don't believe he exists?
Also, I prayed for him.
But I'm saying, how do you pray to a God that you just don't believe he exists?
I just did the prayer for him. It wasn't for me. It was for him. So it wasn't for me to believe. It wasn't for me to believe.
Can y'all make that make sense? She prayed for a man because he wanted her to pray. She prayed to God, this very same God that she doesn't believe in. She prayed to, but she did it because the prayer wasn't for her. It was for the man who does believe in God. I mean, I'm just doing a hypothetical here. Don't y'all get mad at me. But does she really think God is listening to this atheist who don't believe in him? I mean, I'm just saying.
It was for him.
But when
it don't make sense, but it makes sense.
It don't make sense.
It don't make sense, but it makes sense. Because remember, I'm not praying for me, so I'm not, you get me? You don't get me, but that's how I took it. Or that's how
I don't get you.
Like when a person says, let's pray, and you just, bow down and allow them to pray, and you kind of like do the position, you know what I'm saying?
She said you do the position.
It's like
Lord,
that.
Why am I not? You said, why am I not saying anything? I'm not here to defend the Bible. I'm not here to defend my belief.
See, once you say anything, everyone knows that the slave masters is not allowed in Black folks' church. Divine is crazy talk. I'm just saying, go back to how it came into our heads. That's what I'm saying. I mean, can you tell me how Black Americans became Christians? Where does it go? How far back did it go? Because it didn't come. They didn't bring it with them. Everything. If you look at the history of it all, it was the slave masters that told the slaves about Christianity and gave them the Bible. That wasn't our religion in Africa.
Look, listen, guys.
Now I will give her that. She is right about that. That is true. And the ones over there who are Christians now, it's because the Catholics and all went over there. So that was not originally, that is not the original religion of the people who are black, who came from Africa.
I'm not here.
So, I mean, you can twist it 200 years later to how you want it to twist, but it originated from the slave masters telling the slaves, look, you need because they look at that movie, The Book of Eli. That'll help you right there. Because the Book of Eli, the guy kept looking for the Bible. Remember, all the books got burned and everything was destroyed in the world, but he needed to control this flock of people. He said, I need that book. This is how I can control these people. I need that book. And he was looking for the Bible because with that Bible, he could control the people. A lot of movies are based.
I hear you, Nestor, shackle, shuffle, walk of shame. Well, y'all stop it.
Real situations. And it wasn't that happened, but he was trying to say, in a sense, that that's how they control the people with the religion. That's how they got the people to move the way they moved, because this is before law. There wasn't no laws back then. So what did they have? They had the religious. They put religion in. And the religion is how they told the stories and everything. And that's how they got the people to move how they needed to move. How do you think they got the slaves to do what they wanted to do and was able to stop beating them? They introduced them to Christianity. Look into it. You know what I'm saying? Look into it. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't something that we brought over from Africa. It was something that the slave masters taught us. And if you all for it and you want to move with that, then that's what you move with. That's just my perspective. I'm not here to make anybody, if everybody can believe and not believe what they want to believe. Like I said, it's only one way that life happened all those years ago. It's only one version of truth. And everybody's version is different. So what religion is right and what religion is wrong?
What's TBI? What's TBI?
I don't know.
I don't know what TBI is.
We don't do acronyms. Do you have TBI? I'm concerned. Oh, I don't know. She think I got an issue.
I don't know what TBI is.
Play for us in Muslim. Pray for us in Muslim. I am not about to pray for y'all in Muslim. This is not watch Sonya do something that pray for herself.
Traumatic brain injury.
Because she can't.
I got brain injury. It's fine.
No, she said they ask you, do you have traumatic brain injury? Thank you for letting me know what that means. I sure didn't know.
No, I don't. Last I checked, I was normal. I mean, I survive like a normal person. I move like a normal person. I say positive like a normal person. I mind my business like a normal person. And so you took 10, 15 years off you with that hairdo. Although I like the short hairdo better.
No,
or maybe that's just what I'm used to.
I'm a short hairdo person.
I am too. That's why I've been wearing this damn pointer, because I'm like, if I wear my hair down, it's getting cut. The couple of times I tried, I was like, I can't do it. Because you just don't want to be bothered with hair at this age. All those years of waking up and doing your hair and styling it. It's like, you either don't want hair or you're just going to go back and just stay in a ponytail. And that's where I'm at with it. It's going to stay in a ponytail until I cut it right back off and go back to my afro. And I really like that. And I had that 2 years ago. That's how my hair was. It was like this long. Yeah, because I have alopecia.
Okay.
I have alopecia.
Okay, here it goes, y'all.
There's nothing hidden under the sun. Answer every question found in the world of God, from murder to adultery, covering a person's spouse, lust. Want the answer, read the word. Okay, that girl. Christianity is pre-slavery, but no, I can't see that thing. Widely practiced, no. Now widely practiced in Africa before colonization in Africa. Sorry, you may have PTSD. Thank you, boo. I might have it. I might have everything. I have traction alopecia. Oh, do you? Yeah, I got alopecia back in 2011.
So how do you get alopecia?
So y'all, with the traction alopecia, that was Cupcake, who wanted to come over here and run things.
This happens?
It just came in 2011. I stressed.
What it looks like.
What does alopecia look like?
No, I'm saying, how did you develop?
I'm gonna tell you my alopecia. Hold on, I have alopecia.
All right, people, I'm gonna slow this for a moment because she is about to show us her alopecia pictures, in which everyone said that did not even look like her. Lisa Lulu said, I know 2 people that have alopecia and they have spots of baldness in their hair, not receding hairlines. Yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith, she showed us her hair like a few years ago. But I'm gonna slow this down so y'all can see these alopecia pictures that she's about to show us. Okay, here we go.
Did it have like a lot of dandruff or something?
This fool don't know what alopecia is. Did it have a lot of dandruff?
You know what alopecia is?
No.
You see Sonya laughing at her like a goat.
It's when you lose your hair.
Dandruff. Just
It's when your
gab.
hair falls out.
She said dandruff.
What caused it to fall out?
Stress. Autoimmune is what it is. And then with your hair, what your scalp does, it thinks something is happening, and then the reaction causes your hair to fall out.
It just falls out just out of nowhere.
And here's another thing. If she really had alopecia, she would have been able to explain it better than what she just did right there.
Falls out like you left them.
Wait a minute. Y'all, I'm trying to she gonna show these alopecia. I will pause it. That's what I'll do. I will pause it when she shows these pictures. Because I can't.
Arm in your hair too long. That's how it fall out. You know how the clumps just come out of your hair?
Mhm.
That's how it falls out. It falls out like that.
Okay.
So look, see that?
You gotta go the other way.
That looks like that don't look like her hair. As vain as Sonya is, do y'all really think she would have her alopecia photos on her phone? Do y'all really think that? I'm just asking. Peppermint Patty said, did the lady with the 3 degrees ever go to school? Pre-pony Waller said it just swallowed out. But these are the pictures of her hair. Now that I have it, well, I paused it so y'all see. Y'all see, this is a picture of oh wait, get down thing. Y'all see? I want to make sure everybody can see it.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So that's the beginning of it. See that?
Go the other way.
That's a dog. Wait a minute. What? Okay, that's the back of a head. Now, you know what? This might actually be her because this, look at that. Y'all see? Oh, if y'all could see it, y'all, I wish I knew. Let me see. Let me see something. Nope, that don't do it. Okay, go back up. All right, I thought I'd try something, but that looks like how she be laying them tracks. So we're to believe that her actual hair came down this long, okay, and all of those are her alopecia bald spots. I'm getting ready to go on. I'm getting ready to go on Google see if I can find them same pictures.
See it?
Yeah.
So that's when I was in California in 2015.
Ooh,
It starts
ooh.
falling out. See that?
California. This is the first time I'm hearing California. Y'all ever heard California before?
Let
Ooh,
me show you. Because that's see how it's falling out over here, right there,
yeah, yeah.
and it fell out completely right there, right?
Mhm.
Hold on, and then I'm gonna show you what happened, how it completely fell out. That was the start of it, right? That's how it started falling out of my head when I was in LA, and then when I moved back to oh, did I delete it? I think I deleted it.
Amen. Amen, Cece.
So then it fell out like that. So you see that side of my head? I had to shave it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other side because it only fell out on one side of my head, right? See the other side?
Mm-hmm.
That's the other side of my head. Oops, sorry. So that's the other side because I only had it fall out on one side of my head. So right,
You
that's
got
the one.
alopecia on one side,
If it can fall out wherever it want to fall out. So each time I get it, it falls out differently, right?
so it doesn't stay gone. Your hair can grow back.
Some people can grow their hair back. Some people never get it back. I'm fortunate so far to be able to grow my hair back because you can't see.
She's the only one who's been fortunate enough to grow her hair out. Mistress Monica said that's from over relaxing her hair. Your hair will fall out from over relaxing and or adding certain hair dyes. Mrs. CLC said, LOL, girl. Girl, bye. 2015 in California, the lies. Petty Patty said that comes from her gluing tracks in her head. It could come from a lot of things, but I do know it does happen with stress. But there's a variety of other reasons why people have alopecia, and there are different types of alopecia.
That I have any, it's all there.
Um,
But
So you mean tell me she suffers from alopecia and she pulls her hair back like that with all of those ponytails? Because I don't have alopecia, but I'm pretty sure that that's not a good thing to do. Relax your hair and have pulling your hair back with all of those ponytails, like because she told us that they make your hair grow. But you mean to tell me having alopecia, she's okay to do this, and she has alopecia? Okay.
but hold on. I have it where you can see where it's all gone. Like, okay, here we go. That's how it ended up. See that?
ooh,
That's the back of my head. That's how.
That ain't her. I'm convinced that ain't her. I had someone I worked with. Her daughter had, and as a matter of fact, she was white. Her daughter had alopecia, and all of her hair fell out, and it would grow like little fuzz and stuff like that, but it never grew back in ever.
is it now? Is that that
No, this is 2016.
now? Ooh. And
That's
it grew
the
back?
first picture I showed you when it was long. That's when it started. This is what happened to it a couple months later.
Oh, when
All
did
of that hair,
go back?
all of that hair fell out, right? So all of that hair fell out that I had in LA, right? So that's how it fell out, right? And then it grew back. It grows in white for a while the alopecia is still like active or whatever. It'll grow back in white, and then after a while it'll grow back dark, whatever your natural color hair is. So it fell out like that, all of that, and then it fell out some more like in the front, right? And then it falls out every 2 years. Every 2 years it'll fall completely out, right?
Mhm.
So it fell out 2 years ago, and it fell out 2 years ago after I got out the hospital. Well, that was more than 2 years ago, right? Whenever I got out the hospital, 2 months after so it all grew back, and then 2 months after I got out the hospital, it fell out again, but it fell out up here this time. All of this fell out, right? Because that time it was this, all of this that fell out, and then the second time I got it, or the third time I got it, it came out right here. So all of this was super thin, like paper thin. I got a picture of that. It was, and I couldn't really cover that like I could cover the other when it fell out just in the back. I could cover that, but I couldn't cover the hair loss when it was.
Okay, alopecia, because we like to learn over here. Alopecia and or hair loss can be caused by a variety of factors, including genetics, um, autoimmune disorders, and that's what she was trying to say. And that specific alopecia is an autoimmune condition that attacks hair follicles, causing patchy hair loss. That's not how she described it. So there's alopecia areata, okay, I think, and lectin pleuria, and it's an autoimmune disorder that causes inflammation and scarring of the hair follicles. There's hormonal changes that can cause alopecia, such as pregnancy, childbirth, menopause, thyroid disorders, and certain medications can cause hormonal fluctuations that cause hair loss. Stress could be one of them. Nutritional deficiencies. Now, I'll buy that one. Um, nutritional deficiencies such as iron, zinc, and biotin that can contribute to hair loss. Medications, which are chemotherapy drugs, anticoagulants, anticonvulsants. They can cause hair loss, and infection of the scalp can also cause hair loss, which can be referred to as alopecia. That is not what she described. Patty says she has traction alopecia around her edges and she doesn't eat right. I still don't believe. I don't believe that she has it, because why not say it? Why not say to when she was on Tisha K and when she was at the visits and stuff? Why didn't she say, they're calling me baldy, they're talking about my edges, and I have alopecia? That is just so ignorant and rude. Why didn't she say that? But she has not. This is the first time we have been hearing from this heifer for the last 2 years. This is the first time she has said alopecia. I don't believe her. That girl said she read up on that lion hen. PW said she has the second kind. Autoimmune? Yeah, that is what she said. And that's possible. It is possible. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that them pictures were her that she was showing. Oh, I forgot to look at the pictures for some pictures. And I don't believe she has it. I really don't. Is it possible? Yes. Because we know, I don't even think it's from, well, let me see. Well, I don't know. I can't right now. But um her, she's got to be, I'm going to assume she's iron deficient because of, what was done with her colon. Um, but she could be iron deficient, and that can cause her alopecia. Now, Queen Black she said that in the beginning. And do you mean at the beginning, like when we first knew who she was, or when she started talking about alopecia? Because she didn't explain it like that. If I got to figure out what you're saying, so much so that I wanted to go over to Google to say to see what you were saying, what were you really saying?
Hold on, I got a picture of it when it fell out of top. When it fell out of top, it was kind of harder to.
Is Queen Brielle in here? I just want to know, is Queen Brie, if she is, please type something in the chat.
Do that. So what I used to do is I used to make these hat wigs, and I used to wear baseball hats with, because I didn't want to glue anything on my scalp, because I used to get, they treat them all different.
I call bullshit on that. Wendy Williams used to do that.
So depending on what kind of alopecia you have, you can get steroid. Like when I lived in LA, I got steroid shots in my head. And then when I was in Florida, the last time I got it, she gave me Rogaine and this special shampoo, and that's what made it just like grow like it did, But I only used it for 2 months.
Now, I will admit, I do remember her being on a visit with Nesto, and she was talking about Rogaine. I can't remember the context or anything, but she was.
It filled back in. I stopped using it, But yeah, so it's been 2 years. So I think it'll fall out. Again, I don't stress it. It's just here, right? It is what it is. But yeah, and like I said, some people don't grow their hair. Their hair won't grow back. I'm fortunate that my hair will grow back.
Cupcake says there's different type of alopecia.
They're different, and I've had both types, because the first time they gave me steroids, and the second time I'm thinking she about to shoot me in the head again, and she was like, "No, you don't have that type. You got this type." And then she was like, "You got to take Rogaine and this shampoo." And I was like, "What?" Because I hate the shots. Because the shots hurt, and they shoot you all in your head and stuff.
Okay, I don't know this for a fact, but I find it convenient, strange, or something that you can have alopecia one way and then get one kind and then get a different kind. I find that a little strange. I agree with you, Reef and Muff's mom. Pen Pal 50 says your edges didn't grow back.
But I was like, I can't, I didn't want, I didn't think it would work, right? But it actually did, because it grew all back in, full. But I never lost my edges, because they always keep talking about signing no edges. I never lost my edges. My hair fell out right to the ear and back, but it never fell out here, and it got thin here.
Oh, okay.
And then I just shaved it all off. Whenever it falls out, I just shave it all off and just start over. Because that's when you're taking a shower and you just see your hair just falling out. That's more depressing than just taking the clippers and just cutting it off. And so I would just, whenever I see it, I just shave it all off and just start.
So it comes often, or just like once
every 2 years is what it was happening. So 2021 was the last time it fell out. 21 is when it fell out last, right after I got out the hospital, because my hair was long when I got out the hospital, and then it started getting thin right here, and then so I had to cut it. Yeah. So
see, this is why we discount and discredit, because she always tells this story about it being long, But then, and I would think that if you had, and I don't know, I just said I would think, if you had alopecia, would it grow back real long? I'm wondering. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it'll grow. It'll grow back. See, it had got real thick.
Yeah.
And that was from the Rogaine. And then I guess starting off like, brand new or whatever. And then it just grew in real thick.
Sanders RN calls BS.
Yeah.
But you gotta wear and my head is tiny, so I couldn't wear regular wigs because my head is so small. So I had to wear like I said, I would wear a baseball hat and just, put like little half wigs underneath the baseball hat. And then you couldn't tell that
Just
that
make
my hair
somebody
was
take
growing.
off your hat.
I've seen little kids where there's a picture of me and I'm a baby, and they had put, because I was bald headed, and my mom or somebody put a wig on my head. So it doesn't matter the size of your head. You can fit a wig on it. Her head is so small, she can't wear regular wigs. She had to make a hat with hair.
Yeah, at the airport, I need to take that hat off. I'd be like, oh. They had me taking that off at the airport, but I didn't care. It's a medical condition. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one. I'm
You
one
should
of
have worn a
many.
scarf. You should have worn a scarf because they don't make you take off a scarf in the airport.
So let me show you how I masked it. No, well,
Thank you. We have someone in the chat who actually has it. Rainbow says, I have alopecia and Rogaine didn't work that fast. And if you stop, you can lose your hair again. That's what I thought. Like, I didn't know that alopecia was correctable. And I mean, I just thought when you had it, you had it. Especially if you have it because you have an autoimmune disorder. I just thought if you had it, you had it. So thank you for that, Rainbow. Starfish and Coffee says, I have known it to happen for younger women, but she has menopause when her hair thins naturally. And her hair looks thin. It does look thin. Mrs. CLC said, silly side hen, you need Rogaine on your edges. They are gone. Nestor Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame says when a person has alopecia, the hair texture changes, especially from chemotherapy and medication. Reef and Muff Moms said Joe Dirt Styling. I'm guessing. I don't even want to know what she. Shaby said at Bible Lady because she is in the chat next to us. Are y'all talking about Cupcake again?
oh, that's what it was. So yeah, I had ended up after the first time they did it to me. I ended up putting a scarf on and wearing a scarf. I did that after that.
Thank you. It's too complicated. She is too vain to show us pictures like that of herself. Thank you.
But the first time they got me, and I was like, ow,
Mhm.
And then you could just see that I had like the half wig, and then it was like super thin hair right here. And it was like, yeah, I have alopecia. I'm the only one in the family that got it. Everybody else, their hair is safe, but I have alopecia. And I think it's because like when I worked at Queen of Diamonds in Miami, that job used to stress me out bad. It stressed me. And then the patch on my back just fell out. And I didn't think nothing of it. I was just like, why did my hair fall out in the back? Like right here, it was just gone. But because it was just back here, it was easy to just like mask it. And then when I was in LA, stressed a little bit more over there. And then that's when all of that just fell out. And so I was like, I can't stress. Stress takes it out your hair, takes your hair out, or takes my hair out. So I'm not allowed. I don't stress. I'm not about to stress my hair out.
Sanders, wait a minute. First of all, putting those ponytails up like that and slicking it back, that is hair stress. So that's BS. I call BS on that. Sanders RN said her hair fell out after the shots were fired due to lack of nutrition. Phoebe says long, but she had a Jerry curl in high school. PW said it's a reason she decided to do that now. Yeah, just like it's a reason she's on there with this foolishness about her court woes. Soul Power says, who makes up elaborate lies like this? She's got a real problem. Rainbow says, alopecia runs in my family. Muffin 218 says she is repeating what a lot of what Jada Pickett said on an interview. I believe that. And just like I said, the wig hat thing, she got that from Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was notorious. As a matter of fact, she called it Shatifa. She had a wig hat that she made that she wore if she just wanted to run out. And she also had a swim cap or something, or it might have been a not a bonnet, but a oh gosh, those things I wear 'em. What are these things? What are they called? Say turban. Yes, Wendy Williams had that. And that's what she would do. She called it her swim hair. Sunflower B Sunflower Babe TT says if she had long hair, she would have endless pics of herself. She can't show any long hair pics. Not the ones I've seen. Not the ones I've seen.
So that I know. It triggers it. So I don't. Oh, you want to see my Muslim picture?
You had
Yes.
a Muslim outfit on? That's you?
Now, no shade. That little girl, that little girl standing there too look like it could be her. Y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this? That looks like it could be her. Let me make it bigger on my end. Cause that looked like it could be her. Let me see. And then I'll tell y'all in a minute. Y'all, that little mean girl do look like it could be her. It really do. It really, really do. Um PW says she looks pissed. Bible lady said you can you these okay, you can use, I think you're trying to say, those baseball cap wigs online just like her. Oh no, Bible lady, no. Jackson Tabasco, what's wrong? That girl said Sonya came with all the lies.
The little one.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the little one. That's my sister.
look at you.
Look at my face. I don't want to.
That dude it looks like her. I'll buy it if that's her. I'll buy it.
Oh,
I'm sitting there like with my white shoes, my hard white shoes. I think that's kindergarten. Because I had to wear that to Muslim school. I think that might be kindergarten.
Heifer, you went to Muslim school. You went to Muslim school, and everything, and you was raised a Muslim till you were in high school or a little bit after high school, and you can't name nobody in the Quran.
Yeah, my mother used to sew our clothes. Ugh. Do you want to see my husband?
okay. Let me see your husband.
Yeah, Pen Pal 50. She been angry all her life. She been angry her whole life. Bible lady said, I can't take this ish. And oh no, Soul Power said that. Let me see. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walker Shame says Sonya was in a content creators live and Vic to the Veil suggested she may have alopecia because we were discussing her aging look and missing edges. That's what this is about. Mm.
Don't laugh. That's the 80s.
That which one is you?
Right there.
We're here.
Okay, so I guess this is her in this black dress with hair. She was tiny back then too, so she's always been tiny. She was tiny before she was shot. Rainbow said, okay, let me get back in the bushes. These lies on something serious and painful like alopecia is frustrating.
Him? Okay.
He was a boxer, and he almost made it to the Olympics until he started getting into some other stuff, and then he ended up not going to the Olympics. But he used to be a boxer.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Arrested, you
He used
mean?
to be a very good
Is
boxer.
that back in Cleveland over there? That picture?
Yeah, he used to be a really good boxer. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that was in 80. That might have been 90, that picture. That was a Luther Vandross concert. That was our very first date that we ever went on.
That was when in the 80s, you said?
Yeah, that was a Luther Vandross concert. No, it was the 90s. That was 1990 because that was 1990 or 89. It was either 89. Hold on, Sydney was born. She was born in 87. So that was 89.
You had your daughter as a teenager then?
I was 19 when I had her.
Okay.
We're 19 years apart. Yep. So yeah, that was in 89. That's when I went. Me and him went to the Luther Vandross concert. And then 89. Man, and then 89, because we got married 10 years later in 2009 is when we got married. Wait a minute, that was 20 years. I'm sorry, I forgot about 99. We got married 20 years later. That was 89. We got married in 2009.
Okay.
So it was 20 years on and off. Ooh, my math.
That's a long time.
Isn't it? And it only lasted.
Southern Bee Charm, yes, she does eat. She eats Alfredo. She eats waffles and raviolis.
4 months. Go figure.
Yeah.
It ain't for everybody. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't a person that always thought I'd get married. So I didn't, we still remained cool afterwards. It wasn't a bitter or, it was like, you know what? You still out here doing what you were doing when you were single. Let's just be cool. And that's what it was. So we ended up just being cool.
That's cool now?
Yeah. I talk to him every 2-3 months. We still talk.
Okay.
I get along with everybody but my baby's daddies. Them two, I don't get along with. And it's not.
She gets along with everybody but her baby's daddies. What does that say about you? BN says Sonya loves the attention. Interesting now that Nesto isn't talking much. She's clinging to IS and still talking about his case.
Because of me. Because I don't keep
So you
nobody.
didn't have any kids with your husband?
No. I had Sydney. She was one. I didn't want any more children when I had her. When me and him dated, I didn't want any more children. And we were young. And then I had moved to California briefly. And then I had to come back. And then me and him was like, he cheated a lot. He cheated a lot. Like, so I was not going to do anything serious. We were engaged and everything back then, but I wasn't going to do anything serious with him because he was too busy trying to be, and I always say, be who you are. If you want to be with a bunch of women, be with a bunch of women,
Nola Brown said something very interesting. Tomorrow, she is going to want us to stay out of her business.
Just, we can't be together, So I don't knock him for that being who he is, Some guys are meant to be with one person. Some guys are meant to be or need to be with a bunch of women. I just say be honest about it, so I'm not misled. I don't have a problem with what you're trying to do out here.
So
I'm just not trying to get my feelings hurt.
You okay with a man that has multiple women?
I prefer that now.
You do?
You know why I prefer that now? If it's open and honest. I prefer that now because one, I really don't want to be.
I am so sorry I did that in the mic. That was not intentional. I'm so sorry.
With nobody. I really want to just be single because I've always had a boyfriend my whole entire life up until 2019. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's less pressure when he's got a lot going on. It's less pressure. It's not necessarily safe for him because a lot of women fall in love and then they try to kill kill the wife or, do that type of stuff. That's the only thing.
Not everybody wants to try to kill someone.
Not everybody, but it's a lot of them doing it. They catch feelings and they want to kill or hurt or I want you to myself type of stuff. That's the only thing you got to worry about. If the guy is honest with everybody across the board and everybody knows that he's pretty much single, but he's dating you, then that's cool. But if he's trying to mislead and lie and get people all caught in their feelings, then that's where the problem lies. I think if the person is honest, and I didn't think like this when I was young, because I had met this guy and he had 2 women living with him. And so he invited me over for dinner. He didn't tell me anything until I got there. And then he was just talking and, and then very nice guy there. He had rent. He
Hey, AK's POV, how are you doing?
did a seminar or something. That's how I met him. And then he was explaining to me that he wanted me to be third. And I was like, huh?
Husband number 3?
They weren't married, but they all had their own rooms. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted me to be the third girl of the situation. And
This fool can't even say polyamorous. She doesn't know that it has a name.
I was like, huh, what? Come again? What are you talking about? And then he was like, yeah, I got this. But none of the women were there at the time. But he was like, I got this chick and I want you to be, number 3. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was just thinking, no, I'm not doing that. That's not, no, you keep on with your harem. I'm not about to get into that. So then I stopped. I didn't talk to him after that because that was just a bit different for me. But now as I'm older and I don't want a one-on-one relationship, that's the thing. I don't want a one-on-one relationship. I don't mind having a part-time situation. I don't mind if a man has, but again, he has to be honest with everybody involved. I don't want it where he's sneaking behind somebody's back and she's thinking it's just him and her. That's not good. You know, it needs to be, she knows that I'm with this person and that person and that person, and we're just seeing each other. You know, it's not, that's my woman and I, you know, and that's my man type of situation. So it's kind of like a not serious situation. It's like dating. I would just say, you put it like that. Like he's free and he's dating and I don't care because I'm not trying to boo him up. So, and that's pretty much kind of not, but kind of, I've been like in this space since 2019 where I don't want a boyfriend or a relationship or a husband. I'm content in being single.
Okay, by yourself, not dating.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But like I said, Nestle gets out, Nestle need a place to stay. He's welcome. You know what I'm saying? I'll never have him out on the streets, period. That I will not do. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's my man and we're dating.
Wait, what? Uh, wait a minute. Let me switch over here. Muffin 218, you said she was sleeping with Sydney's husband recently. He is the one that still loves her, but doesn't trust her. What? Did I miss something? Cause I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yeah. Southern Beach Charm said, Legacy, did you yawn? I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. That was so rude. I really didn't. Yeah, and Brief and Muff's mom, I do agree with you. She is trying to save face. I Revive says, was that dude Sydney's dad? Um, no, because remember, Sydney was born first, so that was a long time ago, and she said she doesn't get along with either one of her baby daddies. She said, Sonya, no, you would be one to do that all up in Shirley's business while she never knew of you, but you knew about her. You're talking about yourself. Um, hey Sasha, she says there's a lot going on. Yes, there is. PW says Sonia knew these women would not like her, and that's probably why she didn't do it. Miss Mad About Music says, I just don't get this. Why are you on YouTube telling all your business like you're in your living room? We only know your business because you tell us, stupid arse, and then we'll talk about us for repeating it. Isn't that something? Soul Power says she's trashy. That girl says, Sonya, stop, Sonya. You don't stop until Shirley. You didn't stop until Shirley was gone. You threatened to slap Shirley. You was so jealous. Stop trying to rewrite what we heard with our own ears. Liar. Mm-hmm. Aaliyah TV says, but wanted Nesto to be clear with her. How about it? Make it make sense. AK's POV says, how is she okay knowing that a man has multiple women, but the wife not knowing about the multiple women? Good question. Rossi says she prefers someone else's husband. That's what makes sense to her. You think she means Sydney's? She. I don't know. Crystal Carrington said, "Just say you'll take whatever you can." Yuck. Soul Power says, "Isn't that Sydney's?" Yeah, I don't. I don't know. Aaliyah TV said, "I missed a whole chapter." Allegedly in Harmon said, "Part-time lover, H Town or Stevie Wonder." Bible Lady says she a whole lie. She told Nesto that she wanted to be married and wanted him to herself, told him that she would be stuck on him when he got out. She sure did. It's complicated, said, so I guess you only wanted to hurt Shirley because you didn't know a damn thing about Nesto other woman. Queen Black says, say what? Yeah, this is kind of jumbled up. Um, Reef and Muff's mom said, how long did this circus go on for? This went on for almost 4 hours. We are not going to do that. We did 4 hours last night, and we only got um 52 minutes in, and we've gotten pretty far today, but I think I am going to end it because I started at 5, and this is just too long and too much, and I'll have to listen to see if I'm going to even continue it, because I was over there for this stuff, but I had, after when she got the alopecia, I was dipping in and out, so I don't know too much of what was said afterwards. I might listen tonight to see if it's like anything that we can catch from this that's worth it. Because I know y'all have had it and I have too. So we'll just listen to a little bit more.
And you know, that doesn't mean that. That just means I'm not gonna leave them for dead. That's what that means.
So
People want to interpret it as, oh, they're gonna be together. No, we're gonna hang like friends, though. We are gonna hang and kick it like friends. But I'm not trying to boo him.
No, Reef and Muff's mom, I wish I could say I was fucking lying, but no, I'm not. This went on and on and on until the break of dawn. Part of the reason why my live was held up is because I was, number one, waiting for this woman to stop, because I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because my live was late, because I figured I think at 10:30, I figured she'd be done by 10:30, but she was still going.
And that's where people keep trying to, well, they keep trying to put that energy out there and people are feeding into it. That's what it is. That's not what it is, because I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a relationship. And that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't that when he went to jail. So to be in a traumatic situation, you don't put a relationship on top of that, because we weren't in a relationship when he went to jail. So I'm not going to, you know, it's special circumstances that he's in right now. So he's very vulnerable. He's very emotional. He's very, like, you know, needy, because he's latching on to the last person that's here helping him. So you don't want to misread that into, oh, he won't me. You get me? You don't want to mix that up to, you know what I'm saying?
So suppose he wants you. Do you want that?
I don't know that version of him to say that I want that. And I don't really want to be in a relationship. That's the thing. I don't want what relationships entail. Relationships entail a lot of responsibility. You know, I miss you, you know, let's do this, or we never do this. You know what I'm saying? All of that. When I look back on every relationship I ever had, and the bad kind of outweighed the good. And that's why I feel like I'm just over it. And I'm okay with that. Because if I need to go out with a man, I can call and get a date. Let's go to the movies and dinner tonight. I can get that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that twice a month. You know, I don't feel like I need more than that. I don't need nobody on my bed. I don't need nobody, you know, nudging on me and what you cook tonight and all that, everything that, like, I just don't need that. And I can take care of myself. So I don't necessarily need that. And it's good if a younger person wants. I don't knock it, but it's just not for me. I'm okay with just being by myself, you know. But I will, like I say, take care of Nesto in a friend capacity. I have no problem with that. Like I said, he was there for me when I was on my deathbed, you know, and he didn't have to be there for me. He didn't have to come call me every day and make sure I was okay. I had only known him for 2 months when I was hospitalized. You know, he didn't have to do any of that stuff. And he did. And he didn't have to see about me after that, when I got out of the hospital and everything. You know what I'm saying? That before he went to jail, he didn't have to do none of that. He always called me, how's your health? Let's go to the doctor. What's up with your stomach? You know?
That's because he wants to keep you healthy and around so you can continue to take care of him. Y'all, we have been going for, let me see, we've been on here almost 2 hours. We've gotten 2 hours and 49 minutes and counting. And there's still like a whole, I'm only just a little over half. That's why I said we're gonna like end this soon, because I've had enough. I have, and I also want to see Kendrick Lamar. So anyway,
And he didn't have to do that. You know, he could have just lived his life and was like, oops, she's sick, bye, you know, because I'm to a point where he can't get anything out of me because I'm sick. And that's another reason why too I don't want a relationship, because I'm sick. And who's trying to bring that in a situation, you know, that I'm sick.
Sick people need love too.
We're just friends, as I say, and we were just friends. And you don't want to screw that up and think, you know, it's something romantic, or, you know, he's in love. He says he's in love with me, but I take it as he just in love, or love me for the person I am and what I'm doing for him, because he knows it's not easy to be on this end of what's going on and have no other support. And again, he would have more support if YouTube wasn't a thing or all in his business, because the reason why is his family really can't talk to him because they don't want them to be the next headline. And it was just a lot when YouTube kept talking about everybody and dragging them. So one thing to just talk about, but
that's a lie.
They got tired of being dragged. You know, if YouTube was just saying this is his son and this is him and his son on the phone, you know, but it was, ooh.
But here's my question. If YouTube should not be a factor of anybody's relationship with their family, because all they have to do is turn off the internet.
All they got to do is not watch it. That's the key.
But
Because when it first happened, it stressed me for 30 days. When it all happened, it stressed me. But I was like, and it,
Casino lady said, I done took a shower and came back and she's still talking. Southern Beach Charm, I am getting sleepy. I really am. But hey, Shirley's divorce finally. Hey, Carmel Beauty 65. She says her mouth is like the Energizer Bunny. Well, that's because I have it sped up. I was hoping that would get us to an end, but it hasn't. Soul Power says she needs therapy. Her self esteem is very low, very, very low. Reef and Muff's mom says, I wonder, does she know he said he changed her diaper? And let me say more importantly, I don't believe that. I don't believe he did. That just does not even, that man didn't even change his own kids' diapers. And you want to make me believe he changed a grown woman's? I don't think so.
it might have been, I got alopecia. I can't stress this. Let me turn this off. And then once I turned it off, I don't think about it. I do not think about it at all. I used to with
You mean to tell me she was listening to this stuff and says, oh, I can't do this anymore. I have alopecia. I'm going to turn it off. But yet you came out here with a whole YouTube channel.
first be like, I hope nobody recognizes me and like try to take a picture of me while I'm out. Like if somebody see me, they see me, they just know not to approach me and say anything to me, because you don't know me. So don't sit there and say, hey, the one girl did when I was at the jail. Remember I told you the one girl was like, Sonya. And I'm like, I don't know nobody here. Like, why did she call my name? She was so nice.
Mhm.
She was so very nice, and she wanted to take a picture and she was just very nice. So that's cool.
She was a fool. Who, number one, do you think if I saw this heifer in public, I'd be calling her? I don't want nobody to know I know that. And second of all, what kind of groupie is at the jailhouse and they see you and they not only call you, but they want to take a picture with you? That doesn't concern you, because it would certainly concern me. Boy, I tell you what an idiot. What an idiot. And no, trust me, Sonia, don't nobody want to know you. Don't nobody want to know you. And if I walked past you on the street, I would not speak to you. I would not be fascinated by you. And I would not call your name. Somebody might be under the impression I know you. And I don't want anybody to think that I know you. Okay.
Of how the word was formed. You don't know the word. When the student is ready, the teacher will show up. You can't teach us about the beginning. I'm not trying to teach you anything. This is just my perspective about me and religion. This has nothing to do with you people. This is just why I'm where I'm at when it comes to religion. I don't knock anybody. I don't knock it. This is just my perspective. Understand, what's for me is for me. I'm not here to sell anything or convince you of anything. I'm just saying this is why I am the way I am when it comes to religion. I don't have a problem with people that want to believe what they want to believe. People are free to believe and be who they want to be. I don't knock a person. I don't think anything less of a person that believes or anything less of a person that don't believe. I just so happen to hang around a lot of people that are very religious, but I don't try to convince them not to be. If you listen to me and Nestle, pray for me tonight. Okay, I'll pray for you. I don't know. I don't know how to pray. I know how to pray in Muslim.
Lie to him then.
No. I know how to pray in Muslim.
What happened? Did I rewind? Oh, good God. Okay, that's it, y'all. We getting out of here because I think I done rewound because she talking about.
I know how to pray as a Muslim. I know how to
So do you pray for him?
because we pray as Muslims. We pray. So I do know how to pray as a Muslim.
Did I rewind? Did I rewind? Because I swear we was like right here.
There's multiple women.
Yes, I accidentally.
Whole year. He kept saying, "You gonna come into?" I'd be like, I'd be like, click, and just would never show up. Like I'm not going around him, like and that happened because he's very likable. And then he just sits there and
Oh wait, y'all gotta hear that
because you don't know me, so don't sit there and say, "Hey." The one girl did when I was at the jail. Remember I told you the one girl was like, "Sonya." I'm like, I don't know nobody here. Like, why did she call my name? But she was so nice.
Mhm.
She was so very nice, and she wanted to take a picture, and she was just very nice. So that's cool. But it's the ones that want to be trolls and be negative. And
I'm a celebrity.
No, I did not date a married man. I did not date him. I saw him literally maybe 7-8 times. A couple times before I got sick. And then once I got sick, I really did not see him. So I was sick 2 months after we met. So it's like, no, that running with that narrative, what those bloggers are saying, spinning it like, it wasn't the case. It was not the case. I got all our text messages. They were not romantic. They were not boo and come see me and all I miss you. It was nothing like that.
We have all your text messages too. Oh, are you talking about the ones that are on the phone that we don't have, before he was incarcerated?
Our text messages or he went to jail was like me and your text messages. That's it. It was not a boo relationship at all. Especially once I found out that he was dealing with or had a situation or had a wedding with his business partner, because that's what he told me it was.
Bible lady, I think I had a mediocre because I did rewind. I had to put it back where it was, but okay.
Then it really was, you know, that. But, they want to drag it because it sounds more interesting if I'm a mistress or if I'm not.
Okay, this is the same old story. All right, let me see what number we are at. We're at 2:30:47, and I am going to stop because this is enough. It's 7:56, and I'm sure Kendrick Lamar might be getting ready to come on, and he might not be, but I'm going to lay down across my bed and watch a show because I've had enough of this. Okay. I hope y'all's team is winning, whoever that may be. I think V Lenore is over here doing this too. Um, I did part one and I did part two. If I see that there is something on here that I need to do and do a part three, I will. But it sounds like it's gonna go in the same roller coaster merry-go-round. Miss Mad About Music says 2 hours and 25 minutes before halftime. Okay, that's enough time for me to take a cat nap or something. Um, I Revive says, did you hear the part where she implied the marriage was a business arrangement? No. Okay, God. So now I am gonna have to do a three. Okay, well, I'll be doing a part three on another day. Maybe after Native is done doing it on Monday, maybe I'll come back and finish this up because we don't have that much, but I just can't take any more. I just can't do it. Bible lady says, go Eagles. That's what she says. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this live. I will be back. I don't know how long the game lasts. I don't know what time it goes off, but if it's not too late at night, I will be back with some what'd you say? Okay, Miss Mad About Music said 2 minutes, not 2 hours. Wait a minute. 2 minutes. What are you talking about the game? Or are you talking about the live? Because I know I got where I left off there. But I am going to be back with body cam if the thing doesn't. I mean, I don't know. Does the thing go in overtime with football? I mean, because they can do quarter after quarter after quarter with that basketball. So if it's not too late, I will be back with the body cam tonight because I do have some interesting body cams that I do want to show you. So I'll do that. Other than that, we are going to get out of here. I am going to stop sharing this, cue the music. I can't stand when they give me that big head on here like this. Okay, I'm gonna cue this music and we're gonna get out of here because I have had it. I have had it. Ooh, child, I've had it with her. Oh, thank you for the super stickers and member milestones. Shout out to the marvelous Moonlight Mods. 2 minutes till halftime. Okay. D Shell, I know, right?